else. So, very happy to be back after a week off. You know, I did miss you all. I should not have done the week after the subathon. Those streams, going back and looking at them, they are a little fucking dire. I am really not in good form. Ramen Fist, thank you for the 16. But we're chilling. Are we watching double prog today? Sadly, we are not. We may get to the other prog at some point because I was told that the prog last week was actually insanely good, but we're just going to do this one. Jessica, thank you for the 18. I'm glad you got a chance to rest up. Thanks, Callie. See, the thing is, I thought that I would be able to get some stuff done that I hadn't been able to do because I was so busy, but mostly all I did was sleep. I did this thing with Jillian, but then after that, I mostly just went to bed, and it turned out that was more important than anything else anyway. So we're chilling, we're having a good time. I'm happy to be back, happy to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god, I don't know. Before we do anything else, though, let's watch this.
We got a Guido.
Skip. Bitty toilet was not always like this. This is his sad origin story. Believe it or not, he was not always in a toilet.
Okay, let's just skip to the end on this one.
He didn't care that he was laughed at. He only wanted fame. That was when he stumbled upon a toilet that would change the world. It was old and weathered, with a faded sign that read, "Don't go in, never use this toilet." Overwhelmed by the pressing need to relieve himself, Samuel ignored the warning and entered the forbidden restroom. It seemed as a normal toilet seat at first. However, as he sat on the toilet seat, the world around him began to spin, and in an instant, he was flushed away into a whirlpool of darkness. Until this day, no one knows what he saw there, what he heard, and what happened. But it was something that changed him. When he finally emerged, he found himself transformed. He had become Skibidi Toilet.
Oh my god! That's so sad! My brain was basically broken by this fucking Leah Asimov stream that Danny was a part of for some reason, where, you know, he's basically just doing BFE, and they're just watching fucking Ban lore videos together. And, man, these, oh my god. These are so good. I've watched, like, all of these now. They're so good. Like,
Chef Pigston was not always a monster.
how do you explain this to a normal human? Like, how do you be like, what are you watching? Okay, so there's this horror game called Garten of Ban, which is this completely cynical product made to capitalize off this, like, weird horror genre that emerged after they made 15 Five Nights at Freddy's in a month, right? So, in this game, there's not actually a character called Chef Pigster. Basically, what happened is people figured out it was faster to make their own sequels to Garden of Banban than to wait for the devs to come out with more episodes of Garden of Banban. So one of these like fan-made Garden of Banbans has this character called Chef Pigster. He's not actually in Garden of Banban. Anyway, this channel, the Film Bee, uses an AI Morgan Freeman voice and Midjourney to generate a bunch of like still images of characters like from the fucking Garden of Banban, but in hyper realistic form. And it tells an 8-minute and 1-second sad origin story of all of the little characters. Like how do you explain that to a normal person?
He accidentally toppled a pan full of boiling all over himself. Chef Pigster screamed in agony, and a transformation began to occur. He became an evil monster.
They all end like this too. They go, he became a scary monster. This one is evil, but frequently they're like, he became a terrifying monster.
We got a Guido.
A Guido. Terrible, awful stuff. But a lot of terrible, awful stuff. A lot of terrible, awful stuff has happened this week. And unfortunately, you have been without your guiding light in the darkness, me, to show you all what's going on. So, folks, you know what we got to start with. You know it. Oh, let me get out of there. It hurts me to say it because oh, that's not right. Oh God, it's been so long. Wait, that's wrong too. There we go. But it's time for us to once again open up the Twitter freaks.
Twitter freaks. Oh, why'd you go and say that? Twitter freaks. The website was a mistake, yeah. Twitter freaks.
We got some good ones here today. We got a week's worth of freaks, and they are bangers, all bangers. First up, unfortunately, I cannot find the Blue Sky freak. So if someone can find me I think there's a clip of it on Twitter that's like, we're on a posting strike until Blue Sky owns its anti-blackness. That is your homework. One of you has to find that for me so we can talk about it. We'll do Blue Sky freaks when we find that. But first, of course, we do have Twitter freaks, and we're going to begin with this one from July 12th. I work at AMC and just got fired for refusing to add this liquid into a customer's soda. We were instructed specifically to serve this to Sound of Freedom audiences. I'm a microbiology student and took it to the lab to examine what it was, and it looks like there's nanobots inside. Community notes, literally just a lie. This is disinformation. This is 100% true. This did happen. Folks, if you haven't watched The Sound of Freedom yet, it is so fucking amazing. It is a... I guess I would say it's like the QAnon movie. It's like Taken, but they're, instead of rescuing a girl, they're rescuing like a child from the adrenochrome harvesting Hollywood pedophiles. And it's been in dev hell forever because it's been finished, but no production company wanted to like be responsible for a mass shooting. So finally it's been released. I guess it's been long enough since people's brains were fried by the internet. And the funniest part of this entire thing is that these people have created their own conspiracy. It's amazing. It's so good because every one of them comes out of the theater and they're like, yeah, it's crazy. The people up front told us the seats were almost sold out and we got the last two. But when we sat down, there was no one there. They're trying to prevent you from seeing this movie, which seems silly to me. Why wouldn't they just not show it? But what turns out, what is happening is at the end of the movie, the actors go, hey, this movie is so important. We're running a pay it forward campaign. Buy some tickets on the way out and give them to your friends and family. Say, you got to go see this movie. So all these like church groups are buying up showings of The Sound of Freedom and then being like, oh, we're doing a Facebook ticket giveaway. And then people are going in to buy the tickets and are told the tickets are sold out, but no one claims the tickets because the movie's bad. And as a result, the theater is just empty. It's the funniest thing ever. It's like chasing your own tail, but in terms of creating a conspiracy. The other funny thing that I keep seeing is people are like, it's ridiculous. They're trying to prevent us from seeing this movie. We went to AMC and the theater the sound was not mixed correctly. The floors were sticky. The lights were on. It's like, yeah, AMC sucks. I don't know how to tell you this. Like, welcome to the fucking movies. None of these places, they're bad. Like, you don't get it, dog. This place, the popcorn was expensive. You don't understand. Yeah. Every theater that's like a chain fucking blows. I don't know what to tell you. There are some theaters that are nice, and we'll get to one of them. Next up, nearly $43 for a week's worth of food. Hashtag Bidenomics is ruining America. You might be looking at this and thinking this can't possibly be the case. There must be more just outside of frame, but no, this is a week's worth of food. One rotisserie chicken, we got the gauge grind going, Daisy sour cream, a block of cheddar cheese, and what appears to be 10 dozen eggs. First up, $43 for a week's worth of food is good. That's good. If I can pay $43 for a week's worth of food, that's a good deal. Secondly, what the fuck? There's no way you're eating this. But if you go to the comments, he's actually been posting his meals for months. He eats 20 eggs for dinner. Nothing but that. 20 eggs. Dude is on the Gaston diet? Yeah. No. He is going to be roughly the size of a barge for sure. Yeah, no, not a lot to say about this one except, holy fuck. I will say though, the price of eggs has kind of gone through the roof. And if there's one guy that gets to complain about like Bidenflation or whatever, it's probably the guy that buys 10 dozen eggs a week. He is probably the most affected person in America by the egg shortage. I will say, to be honest, I think that he might have a pretty strong case there. Oh my God. All right. Oh man. All right. Next up.
Hungry. Hungry.
It's so over, man.
Hungry.
It's so fucking over. The thing about this video is that it's real. People found out later it was like a bad lip reading video. I guess they're still doing those. But I'm sorry. It just looks natural.
Hungry.
It looks like something he'd say. Hungry. It's over. It's legitimately over. It's over. Speaking of over, check this out. Okay, we're gonna watch this together, Chad. And we're just gonna have to sit through it together, okay?
Hi, can I help the next gender non-conforming triggered person? With consent? Yeah. Hi. Can I please get a chicken burger? Okay, and would you like any of our minority sauces? What's that? Really? Jamaican jerk, sweet chili Thai, mango chutney. Oh, okay. Can I just get mayo? Sure, that'll be an extra $2.50 for the reparation mayo. What? Anything else? Yeah, just some black olives, please. You mean POC olives? Sure. That'll be $27. 27? Okay, chicken burger, extra reparation mayo, and POC olives? Yes, perfect, thank you. Wait, this is a beef burger. Whoa, what? What's wrong? I can't believe you just said that! What? This is your chicken burger! This is beef, not chicken. What are your pronouns? I don't have any. Yes, you do. Fine, you got me. I identify as a male cat. Okay, Mr. Cat Self. Chicken burgers are burgers! No, this is beef from a cow. Chicken burgers are burgers! Chicken burgers are burgers! But they're different animals. Bigot! You got me. I'm a bigot, everyone. If you don't agree with me right now, I'm gonna go on Twitter and destroy your entire livelihood so you can never work or show your face in public ever again! I mean, this is just basic reality that most of us can agree on. Wow, thank you very much for the amazing service. I'm not even hungry anymore because I identify as full. See you later.
Yeah, so like, what can you say? What can you say? First off, we know that the guy's pronouns weren't he, him. Because this man will never be him. He wants to be him so bad. You all know who he wants to be. But he will never be him. Never, ever, as long as he lives. He's got to get his ass back on the Bajonkier bus. And he's got to get back to Bajonkistan before I open up Bajonki War 4, folks. It's not going to happen. Oh, my God. Listen, this one, I hate to be... It's Bajuki, absolute fake fucking friend. Fushnuka, you dumb bitch. Okay, listen. So, a lot going on here. First and foremost, I mean, let's just break out some advanced hating. Headband, same color as the background. This he orders black olives on a chicken burger. Like, that's like a normal topping that people would order. This guy goes, $27? Then he pays it like a little bitch. My favorite part of it is these are obviously done in 2 different takes, right? So after this one, he realized he didn't take enough footage of the guy who had the red hair, right? So it just randomly concludes with this extra joke that he didn't set up because he forgot to while filming this person, but didn't go back and film more of this person because it requires you to like put on like headgear and a vest and shit. Look. Like, that's clearly meant to be the end of the thing, but he's like, oh, fuck, I don't have enough footage to throw this joke I thought of.
Wow, thank you very much for the amazing service. I'm not even hungry anymore because I identify as full. See you later.
It's great. It's amazing. But finally, the number one thing that we got to say in terms of hating, explaining wokeness to an American, imagine wrong burger. All right, next up. We got... They're back, folks. I thought that she died of rabies, but they are back. It's fucking Koneko-chan and Neko-chan. They live. They're back. Okay. Here we have Yay at Unknown Account Bruh. I wrote my essay on why Obergefell should be overturned for summer school. People ask, do you mean you're taking extra classes or you have to repeat a class? And they say the latter. I just got a F on it. 8th grade is gonna suck. Amazing. I love it. Great account. I just don't even need to know if it's satire. Next up. This.
Fire. Grab.
So a lot going on here. I guess I would say Ice Cream So Good, gang. No spicy, I'm a big fan of it. But this shit has been so funny to me. People have been freaking out about this for a week. What these people on TikTok Live will do is NPC streams where they will pretend to be just like an NPC doing like a fucking movement cycle, and then when you interact with them by giving them money, they'll do like a canned line. So she'll be like, all right, anytime you give me the ice cream emoji, I'll go, ice cream so good, and she'll just do this for like 4 hours. Sorry, this is amazing. Like, a lot of people are like, this is the degeneration of society. No, it's actually very cool. It's insanely funny. The problem is it's got an expiration date on it. So these people, get your bag as soon as you can for as long as you can. The funniest part of it was finding out that she's French, because there's one where she's like, ice cream so good, and then her kid like fucks something up in the back and she goes, fucking tabarnak, and she just starts fucking cussing at him in French. She's like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I am coming. and then obviously the kid in the background stops and she goes, ice cream so good. It's so good. It's amazing. It's so good. I think she's great. Speaking of the dog in the background, the green line guy is back. Put a line on the dog. The dog is maintaining frame. The dog doesn't lean. I'll tell you that. The dog doesn't lean. The dog is an alpha. I'm going to have to tell you. Also, like, is this guy losing his touch? Like, this girl is definitely leaning, right? You can, like, see that she's leaning. I'm sorry. All right. Next up, we have this lady. I can't find the original video, but this woman gets kicked off a plane and is like, "You gotta understand that guy," pointing to a guy in the back row, "is not real." And everyone's just like, "What?" Right? And then she gets off. And what's very funny is that many people online are just insanely stupid and believe it. What struck me about this incident is how the entire plane turned to look when she said, "That man is not real." Yeah, obviously. They didn't immediately laugh or groan. They looked. No, they went, I think deep down, even normies know something is off. Nothing is as it seems. They can feel it. What are you talking about? Yeah, something's off, all right. She's off her fucking rocker. She's off the wagon is what's going on. What? Come on. Oh, my Lord. We have found the blue sky freak. All right, check this out. At vaginamuseum.bluesky.social. We hope nobody needs to hear this today, but vaginas do not have a bone. I think this is in response to the clip of Link from Legend of Zelda who has the vagina bones. However, clitorises do. In most animals, it's time to bone up on the bowbellum, also known as the os clitoris. The response. Maybe you didn't see this, but we are doing a posting strike, except for mutual aid and sex work, until Blue Sky addresses its anti-blackness problem. That's what I like to fucking see, dog. This is the first time I've seen a Blue Sky post and I go, this could be Twitter too. This could happen. The problem with Twitter, or with Blue Sky, is because it's invite only, people only invite people that they know are normal. And despite it being a little cringe and like Gen X-y, like soy lineal, it's relatively normal. There aren't a lot of freaks. But this is the first one I've seen. I'm like, oh my God. There are freaks on this website now. It's happening. Wow. Yeah, it could happen. This thing could happen. We could do it. There's just so much to unpack in this fucking one. Maybe you didn't see this, but we're doing a posting strike. What is a posting strike? Logging off? I guess that's probably pretty hard for some of these people and myself. Except for mutual aid and sex work. So you do still get to post if you're posting pussy, which is great news for me because I'm always posting pussy. Until Blue Sky addresses its anti-blackness problem. What could that possibly be referring to?
We got a Guido.
Anyway, you know, you know me, I'm already on Blue Sky, and I guess I will say, I already posted this on Blue Sky, but I'll reiterate it here. On this channel, we do stand in direct opposition to the Yakubian demons who make up the executive board of Blue Sky. You know, uncritical support to Nico Mara McKay. Oh, wow. Good. Blue Sky has no moderation at all. I know that Dyer's been testing the limits. I know that she's been doing her best. All right. This one was amazing. Schism at the Genius Convention. Girls who don't mind never receiving orgasms and oral sex versus girls who insist upon them. All right, so I mean, let's first up, let's just talk about this first tweet. I think they're trying to say that like the pure virginal Disney princesses, you know, they don't demand that they come when they have sex, you know. Actually, they're really happy when sex is bad. They actually really like when your dick doesn't work and you can't get it up and you don't know what a clit is. They enjoy it, right? But these fat bitches like Fiona, you know, they say, "Oh, you have to go down on me," which, as we all know, should be a crime. You think, "Oh, this is an insane person," but the response, even better. Children conceived when the mother didn't have a climax are not ensouled, by the way. When they die, its spirit goes neither to heaven or hell. It is just destroyed like that of animals. I think that's actually correct, right? I think that's 100% true. But how do they know? How did they figure that out? It's amazing. And there's just a lot going on in this as well. They have like a cross and what appears to be like the Sacred Heart emoji that the weirdo Catholics put on there. It's just amazing. But the number one thing I want to take away from this one is, does anyone here not want to fuck Fiona? Like, I'm sorry. I was under the impression that Fiona was like one of the most fuckable princesses in the history of time. Right? Like, I don't understand, right? Isn't Fiona like strikingly beautiful as a human? And then the point of the movie is, no, she could get it as an ogre too. In ogre terms, she's really far up there. Listen, let me just pull up the scene from Shrek 4.
Welcome to the Resistance.
No, we could do that.
Like, the whole point of this scene is that Fiona is the most fuckable person on the planet. Right?
Fiona!
Right? Am I wrong? I feel like I'm going crazy. Oh my God, these people. All right. Let's talk about Nicole Colleen Ballinger. That's her name. So this was as I was, taking my week off. This happened. But if you all missed this, this person who was like funny on YouTube like 15 years ago, it turned out she'd been DMing, minors for the past 10 years, being like, "Hey, what's your favorite sex position?" And as an apology, she did a ukulele song. Just a real quick, do a second of this.
So everybody gather around, cause we're about to attack, but not based on facts. Oh no, your loaded lethal weapon is...
Okay, so that's insane, of course, just unbelievable. But people have been going back through her catalog and being like, she was like always not funny. Here's her doing Gangnam Style. All right. So just think real quick how you would make fun of Gangnam Style. All right. Got it?
Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Okay. I promise you when I say you're not ready for this one.
Ichi nichi kichi lichi mi no mangarani.
Okay, I got 2 or 3 more seconds in me. Let's go.
Tamagotchi uchi gucci linky niki naki.
No, that's all I got, baby. That's all I got. Oh man. I saw a quote tweet of this that I really did like that said, "Listen, you all just don't understand. Like, growing up in 2010, sometimes someone would just come up to you and be like, 'You've got to watch this video. It's so funny.' And they'd put like a video like this on and you just had to sit through it." And I thought back and I'm like, God, that happened to me like at least a dozen times where I would be like, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think the only one of those where I legitimately was just laughing the whole time was, do you all remember John LaJoie's Show Me Your Genitals? When I was in like 7th grade, I just about pissed my fucking pants hearing that the first time. That one never failed to actually pop off. That one, legitimately, I would say that one does hold up. It is quite good. It's unfortunate that the guy got his brain broke by the fucking 2020 election. Or 2016 election. Every single person. The sequel ain't bad either. They're all good. Every one of them is good. What happened to John? Okay, I'll do it real quick. After the 2016 election, I think he's normal now again. he made a bunch of songs where he was like, hey, you know, I just like, I think there's too much negativity in the world. And so let me see if I can.
For him doesn't mean you know my heart.
I mean, listen to that. It's just amazing.
Just because I'm voting for him doesn't mean you know my heart.
I mean, oh, Jesus Christ. Imagine being like, oh man, I wish we could get the song about, you know, learning sex moves in China. Oh, nope. Instead we got, I'm not a bad guy for voting for Trump. Who asked? One of the most who asked songs of all time. Jesus La Super Jew, another banger. You'd think my parents was siblings, how I stay inbred. Amazing, really good stuff. All right, let's talk about beige babies. Okay, so this is a type of discourse I just wasn't tuned into at all. Some parents raise their children completely clothed in beige colors so that they aren't overstimulated or something. And catching up on the sad beige babies TikTok schism with extreme enthusiasm. Sad beige baby? Or home environment that provides order and an appropriate level of stimulation. Just want to show up. This child is begging to look out the window. Look, he's like, colors. Oh, God, colors, please. Oh, my God. This is how you raise Patrick Bateman. Oh, my God. Okay, more insane freaks. We got one here. Wisdom teeth. They lie about everything. Wisdom teeth grow in sideways and straighten out over time. Just a complete lie. Just not true at all. Sometimes they do. Usually they don't. The pain is deliberate to rewire your brain and open up new pathways. Your God truly was an intelligent creator. The adrenaline from the pain is a hidden gift. These 4 wisdom teeth are wired directly into your heart and pineal gland. They are called wisdom teeth for a reason, and this is why they are eager to pull them, to rob you of your power and your true potential. People just like making excuses. Losers at home love to imagine scenarios by which they were going to be a gifted kid until they were burned out, where their future was robbed from them. All the fucking circumcision guys are like this. All the wisdom teeth guys are like this. All the fluoride guys are like this. They're like, I would have been a fucking god, but then they calcified my pineal gland by feeding me aspartame. It's amazing. I will say, I know some people who have all their wisdom teeth and they're dumb as fucking bricks. But shouts out to the comments in which everyone is saying this type of shit. Never use normal toothpaste, only fluoride free. Over thousands of years, human lower jaws have become shorter. I had my dentist put 2 extra wisdom teeth in my jaw, and now I can move things with my mind. Unfortunately, a blue check, I will have to destroy you, but funny. Oh, wow. A significant amount of these are just destroyed. As you can see, dental health is connected to brain health. Imagine what influence fluoride, root canals, amalgam, mercury, silver fillings might have on the brain. I do like this. They're like, you don't get it. Your brain is wired to your teeth. Your brain's wired to everything, you dumb fuck. You are the brain. There's not a lot else going on in there. Oh, man. Did you know that your brain is wired to your arms? That shit's crazy. I'm just a meat Gundam. Divine light severed. You are an automaton powered by neurotransmitters. What do we got next? All right, so I did this, and I liked this one a lot. Shouts out to Chelsea at Great Moth Sucks. Draws gay Yu-Gi-Oh characters. I asked for Bestial Magnamut and Foxy Toon for no reason. No reason whatsoever. As soon as that word escaped Tom Box's mouth, I knew I had to do it. What's their ship name? Magnatune.
We got a
Oh man. So if you're unfamiliar at the we'll talk about this in the YCS recap, but at the YCS, Tom Box slipped up and started saying Foxy Toon, but then said Magnamut, but then caught himself at the exact wrong time, so we went And so the clip sounds like he says the F slur, and it's amazing. It's so good. Unfortunately, Tom Box's commentary was really good and absolutely necessary for a high-level event. They got to bring him back. Please allow him to return. You should be... I will give him the pass. Please. Oh, man. Ugh. Oh, someone just linked me views of DeSantis in one word. Fascist, unsure, racist, evil, fascist. I just don't I don't understand, right? Because I don't see Hongwi on here. I don't see Hongwi. Where is Hongwi? We all know he's Hongwi. Wait. Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Computer enhance? Am I crazy? What's that right there? Let's open this one up in another tab. Is that fruity? Damn, they've been reading my tweets. Oh no. But here's the thing. Are they wrong? Are they wrong? Listen, I'm not saying it's bad to be fruity. In fact, I prefer it. But he's just a little fruity. Okay. Speaking of insane things, check this out. This comes from Mousewife. The thing I discovered in Nintendo Week episode 51 that made me think I was going insane.
Just gonna press play.
For Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Watch.
And also, Aram Jabari from Atlas will...
Aram Jabari from Atlas. Look at the screen. Look at what's on the screen right now.
Let's enhance, folks. Terezi has suffered 27 damage. And let's look at the names of the party. Kanaya, Gamzee.
Read the names on the screen right now. On Nintendo Week, on the Nintendo channel, on the Wii, on the Nintendo Wii, they showed this. On the literal Nintendo Wii.
Shouts out to the comments saying, Kanaya from Resident Evil? Yeah.
Who did this?
Incredible stuff. There is an official Atlas video showing the creation of these characters. Instead of Kirikaze, it's Carcat. Let me see if I can... Where is it? Go to the... Carcat. There it is. Wife! Oh, my God.
Husband.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Speaking of being hungry, I brought your food.
Ooh, hungry. Oh, I'll have some later.
Why are you patting my
You're looking
boob?
good. You're looking nice.
Thank you. Why are you patting my boob?
I'm just groping my wife.
Okay, that's fine. Joseph.
Hungry. Come on.
How's chat doing?
Yeah, they're doing. They're always doing, baby. They're doing all right.
That doesn't make sense.
Which one is Jillian again? Yeah.
We got Agito.
Agito. He's overstimulated. Lock him in the beige room. Yeah, I'll ask Jillian about the beige one. Jillian, when we have a child, do you want to raise them to be a beige baby?
What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked. These
Their
days,
skin will be beige. 'Cause
well,
they'll be white.
I don't know how you can say that. because I'm actually 1/4 Ashkenazi Jewish.
That's very true.
So these parents raise their children with like beige toys and clothes, so they're not overstimulated. I would prefer if my child didn't like come into contact with a pixie stick and explode. Look, I love that the child is like wistfully looking outside, like in need of color.
It's like,
Greens.
green
He's like the
leaves.
fucking giver. It's amazing. Oh my god.
So like I have a lot of problems with being like overstimulated, and like I always have had issues being overstimulated. Never would I would like a beige room at any point in my life.
Chat says this is the first child whose life would be unironically improved by Garden of Banban. This kid would be a fan of Stinger Flynn. I'll tell you
Kids
that.
like bright colors.
They love them. Yeah.
They like gravitate towards.
This child will one day see a dandelion and rob 36 women. It's true. When he finds a phone, he'll be fucking ruined. Correct.
I don't like
Chucky
that the
1833,
kid's
thank you for the
also wearing
1,000.
beige.
Yeah, I don't like that the child is in like. It looks like a dystopian suit, right?
Sad beige baby.
I don't like it. No, it's bad.
Aww. I hope the sad beige
We got a
baby
Guido.
can, like, have some colorful things. Listen up, here's a story
I
about
know.
a guy that lives in a beige.
We got a Guido.
Damn, Joseph, kind of early in the relationship to be talking about kids, isn't it? You're gonna scare her off. You shut the fuck up, all right? Shut the fuck up.
Chat, we've been together 10 years,
That's a little early.
I guess.
I'm gonna wait another 15.
Alright, sounds good.
What do you think I am, Farfa?
We
We
got a
ain't getting
Guido.
busy. Jillian and I will never have sexual intercourse.
Can you, like, not talk about stuff like that?
No, it's impossible. You shouldn't be kissing at only 10 years. I know we're not very traditionalist.
So when I was like little, like a little kid, and like watching like Disney movies, right, and being a Catholic kid, I thought that like you can have one kiss when you fall in love, but then you can't kiss again until your wedding. Because in all of these Disney movies, they have one kiss when they fall in love, and then the next kiss is when they get
That's
married.
true. That is true. That's actually true. I like how many people are saying true here. Ugh.
It is very true. That's what every movie was like.
Chat asks, "Will your child have a soul?" Well, that's
I
the.
hope so.
They're asking because they saw the insouled tweet.
What? What tweet?
The tweet with girls who never ask for oral and girls who do, and then the person was like, "Women who do not climax at the moment of conception's childs are not ensouled." You remember this?
No,
Oh
I'm
my god!
normal.
You
I
do
haven't
remember?
seen all
Yes,
these
you
ones.
have. Yes,
No,
you
I
have.
haven't.
Because I've shown it to you. You're gonna see this and go,
I
"Oh."
wasn't working today.
You remember this one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm normal. I don't remember this one.
No, I remember, because I don't remember the second part. I only remember the top part because
Listen.
I was like, Fiona looks great.
Chad, you know that Jillian is my Fiona, because
No,
she's
you're
as,
my
she's as
Fiona.
nasty as you are.
I'm Shrek and you're Fiona.
Jillian thinks she's Shrek. I'm Donkey.
No, you're Fiona. Sadie's donkey.
I'm Fiona because I'm beautiful
You are beautiful.
in every single way,
Every single
and I demand receiving orgasms.
Okay. No, chat, a few years ago, I was watching Shrek with some Gen Z friends who had never seen Shrek before. It was ridiculous. But anyways, I was watching Shrek, and I always previously thought, like, I was Fiona and Joseph was Shrek. But then I was watching it, and I was like, oh, shit, I'm Shrek. Like, you know when Donkey says to Shrek, like, what is it?
You're so
It's
afraid.
you're so wrapped up in layers, onion boy, that you're afraid of your own feelings. All Fiona ever tried to do was like you, maybe even love you, and you pushed her away. I was like, no one should ever feel as called out by Eddie Murphy in an animated cartoon character as I am in this moment.
It's true. It's very true. MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Shrek Broadway Donkey? That's true. That's not true at all. I would
Jillian,
never
have you
say a
watched
slur.
500 Days of Summer. Nope.
Yeah.
We're all Shrek in some ways. Yeah, Shrek is like a self-care king. He has all his little hobbies.
What I wouldn't do just to be left alone.
That's what I I say a lot though, but it's usually because I'm like afraid of people hurting me, so I'm like happy.
You're all wrapped up in your fucking layers, onion boy.
It's true. It's really true. It like I shouldn't feel that called out by that line, but he was speaking to me.
I'll see you later.
Oh, now you're kicking me out.
Yes,
You're
I'm
like,
kicking
done with you?
I'm done with you. As for you, my queen, I'll lock you back in that tower for 1,000 years. That's what he says.
Hey, that is what he says. I don't know, what are you doing tonight?
Streaming.
No, what are you doing on stream?
Well, I got a lot to do. We got to do Twitter Freaks. We got to watch a bunch of shit we didn't watch. We got to do some videos. You know.
Okay, well, I hope you have fun.
I will.
Sadie, what do you have to do tonight?
She has to be cute.
Sadie, you gotta be cute. Oh, look, she is. She's listening and being like, I have to be cute. Look, Joseph, she's so cute.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, you gotta be a cute lady. You're wagging. Oh. Oh, she's so cute. Chat, you don't understand that Sadie's really the cutest lady.
She is. All right, thanks for the kiss. Rin, thank you for this link. Oh shit, son. Those trees are city property. It might be tree law time. Tree law, the most powerful point of law in the entire universe. If you all are unfamiliar with tree law, property law does a whole lot relative to trees. A significant amount of our property law class was focused on trees specifically. Trees are some of the biggest violators of property ordinances. And like, let me ask you this, right? Let's say you got a tree on your neighbor's property with branches that hang over your property, and those branches fall and hurt a third party, which is an individual who is crossing a part of your property that is technically owned by you, but the state maintains because it's integral to passing through like a community walkway. Who's responsible? A significant amount of law written about trees. Trees, they're fucking criminals. But I will say this, there is a huge established like canon of tree laws. Like it's a done science. There's not a lot of ambiguity. Trimming trees like this should be a crime. It probably is. If these are city property, yeah, probably. Is tree lawyer an unironic job? I mean, property lawyer is. You might have to spend a lot of time doing tree shit. All right.
We got a Guido.
Let's see what we got here. All right, this is this one we're gonna have to watch all the way.
Y'all save all y'all money, all y'all lives to come here. Let me be the one to break your bubble.
Oh, you all can watch
First
this. I have
of all,
to pee.
Paris stink. It smelled like piss, cheese, and armpits. Child eating the damn pigeons was crazy. And ain't nothing to do but eat at cafes. You will see a cafe on every corner because there's no activities here and the food is so mid. That's why there's hella fast food, American fast food chains, because their food don't taste like shit. And that shit look grimy as hell. Paris look grimy as hell and dungeon. Post-apocalyptic. Everywhere you go, it was graffiti. The buildings weren't inviting. They weren't welcoming. It was actually a horror sight to see. Like, this was shocking to me. They will never show you that this is what Paris really looks like. In the Eiffel Tower, child, this was the trail to the Eiffel damn Tower. This was the most hype shit I've ever seen. Outside of this tower, it ain't shit to do. There's no mime culture. They don't know how to capitalize off their culture. It's just this damn tower. That's it. She deserves a crown.
I'm a professional hater. I hate for a living. I love doing it. I do it all goddamn day. If you make a video like this, you should be banned from traveling. What the fuck is wrong with you? What? Oh my god. There's an entire like cottage industry of individuals who go to places and they go, this place actually stinks. I'm sorry. A lot of this is your fault. I'm sorry. A lot of this is your fault. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, it almost feels beyond parody. Let's talk about it a little bit. So real quick, I have, not to toot my own horn, I did get to go to Paris, because I got into a college that was like way above my means because they met full financial aid and they needed poor people to go to beat the allegations. And then I got to go on study abroad because they needed some poor people to go on study abroad to beat the allegations. And so it was in England, and one day I just hopped on a train to Paris and went for like $100. And me and Jillian went. Very nice city. Very cheap city, despite what people will tell you. We stayed at a youth hostel. When they found out we were a couple, they gave us a really nice room. It wasn't like a nice in the context of a youth hostel. There wasn't like AC or anything, but there was a door. It didn't lock, but it was, there was a door. And we ate like frozen pizza at the hostel. By the way, real quick, a hostel tangent. There were like 40-year-old businessmen at this hostel too. Sometimes you're just with it. I don't know what to tell you. But we did all the tourist stuff. We did the Eiffel Tower. We did the Arc de Triomphe. We did all the little stupid museums and shit. We went to the Louvre, and we also went to the Bazaar of Moxon, right? If you're unfamiliar, it's a Magic the Gathering store that used to be the best place to play Vintage in the entire world. They would host a Vintage event like once a year. I tried to buy a bunch of cards in French, and my French is, it's comme ci comme ça, and the guy behind the counter, his English was not very good. And so we were like trying to figure it out. I was like, I would like a cryptic command. So I'm like, donnez-moi un command cryptique. And he was like, yeah, that one I get. But the one that we couldn't figure out was, I was trying to get Danny a copy of Thragtusk, right? And, Thragtusk, for some reason, is not called Thragtusk in every name or in every language. So I was like, c'est en 5-3 et quand il leave the battlefield, il est en 3-3, je ne sais pas. And we're just like fucking around. And the guy goes, oh, Thragcorn. And I go, there's no way it's called Thragcorn. And it was. The thing that got him was mentioning Restoration Angel. He was like, oh! It was very funny. But it was very funny. Anyway, Paris is a lovely city. It's insanely nice. We spoke a little French when Jillian and I went there. My French is like, I can do conversations, but not much more. And French people love if you try. Like, we would do like 2 or 3 sentences in French, and then we'd be like, okay, I can tell you're English. I speak English as well. And I go, okay, well, appreciate it, There were a bunch of restaurants we went to where they went out of their way to give us like better deals or nicer food because honestly, they were trying to show off to the Americans. Quebec hates when you do that. I learned that because I got fucking trapped in Quebec, but we'll talk about that a little later. I just like, they spoke English a fucking miracle in France. It was Paris. Like 80% of the people there are just fucking tourists, right? So I don't know. So the things I want to talk about here is, number one, he's like, oh, it smells bad. There's trash everywhere. I'm sorry. Like, have you been to New York City? Like, it's a city. Every single city has a bunch of trash. Cities are smelly. There's a fucking quadrillion people who live there. There's some fucking homeless people that'll probably hassle you. That's the city. If you are bitch made, you're not going to be able to hack it walking past an overflowing trash can. But if you're normal, you're going to go, oh, well, what are you going to do? 1 million people live here. Like, come on. Jesus Christ. And I'm sorry, this one where he was like, their food is mid as hell. I'm sorry. That's your fault. You are meant to find the good food. I'm passing just like any other city, there are going to be a bunch of places that are extremely mid and way too expensive. You are just going to have to use your knowledge, your ability to go to Yelp.com or something and find the nice food. I'm sorry. That's your own fault. And to be like, that's why they have American restaurants everywhere. If you went to Paris and ate McDonald's, I am not going to listen to anything else you have to say. I'm sorry. Like, what? That's your own goddamn fault. And then he's like, oh, check this out. I'm sorry. Seeing graffiti on the closed down, like, blinds part of shops, that's normal. That's like a very normal thing in a city. Gives the city character. Come on. Oh, look at this. I was in the Middle East. I felt like I was in the... Come on. Because you saw graffiti on train tracks. Jesus Christ, dog. Nut up. Jeez Louise. I could not believe it. And the walkways around the Eiffel Tower are dirt. Yeah. And I just like... My God.
I'm passing a kidney
But I do
stone.
want to really quick point out this one right here. You don't learn much about French culture because they don't capitalize off of things they're known for, like mimes.
We got a Guido.
We figured it out. He was upset. He went to France, and there were no mimes. No mimes anywhere. What the fuck? Then he goes, oh, the nightlife is really bad too. Again, sorry. This is your own fault. If you go out as a solo American to French nightlife and you don't make an effort to interact with people, you just want to be standoffish, yeah, they're going to ignore you. I'm sorry. That's just the way it works. He's like, look at how dorky these people look. They're dressed. Yeah, people dress like shit everywhere. It's a city. My God. I don't know. I mean, I love hating. I'm a huge fan of hating, but like, this is just ignorance. I'm sorry. This is just being ignorant. You gotta, sometimes you gotta work for a nice experience. If you bring a book to the club, it's just not going to go well. Guy sitting like Gollum in a corner and complaining about the club. Yeah. I don't know. It's also really funny, like, seeing people like this who are Americans, right? Because, like, I know that, like, the thing that, like, oh, the Paris fatigue is, like, a real thing that, like, Japanese people feel. Because, like, Japanese cities are insanely clean for some reason. But, like, if you're coming from New York City to Paris, like, you know what's up. It's a city, right? Can't be that different. It's just wild. I don't know. All I'm trying to say is we are not beating the American tourist allegations. It's not happening. We are not beating them. All right. I think I got one more. Here it is. Kind of cool how utterly insane everyone is now. So Lindsay Lohan is pregnant, all right? Or is she? She's not pregnant. She's wearing a moon bump. You can't do hard drugs for decades and still be fertile in your late 30s. Some woman in the Ukraine is carrying a child she will human traffic in a few months. Next slide. Didn't go far enough. Ukraine has been birthing all the world's babies for the last 50 years. Convenient that they now have a new war with population decrease to make the books work. Also, new NATO member. New as in Neo, and NATO sounds like natal, doesn't it? What the fuck? The craziest part about this is that it is 100% true. This is literally 100% true. It is 100% true. It's literally 100% true. It's 100% true. 5,000 likes on Twitter. 100% true. Literally 100% true. In fact, maybe even more than 100%, maybe 200% true. Oh my god. All right, that's all the Twitter freaks I have for this week. Let's do the YCS, and then we'll do prog. All right. So and this, of course. Do 30-year-olds go on ice cream dates? Sells. Is Oppenheimer leftist? Sells. Ice cream, yum, yum, yum. Sells. Interlinked. I look so odd with the old filter. Interlinked. Having some girl dinner. Interlinked. Please watch this movie. It's so good. You're not even close to baseline. That's what I'm saying. What movie is this? Blade Runner 2049, right? It's so good. He's so good in it. He's so good in it. All right. So let's talk about the YCS. Okay. So, I should have done the thread. I should have been like, if you took a picture with me, put it in the thread. I will do that though. Okay. So I have it pulled up on my phone. Okay. So, before we talk about anything else relative to the YCS, let's talk about what I played. So I went to the YCS and played Cash Tira. I decided I wanted to, or the NAWCQ rather. I decided I wanted to try hard. I'm pretty happy with the list that I brought. Here it is right here. The last three cards you can't see because of the way the picture is framed is 3 Solemn Judgment. And then down here it's Donpa, Infinitrek Goliath, Lingaribo. I was almost 100% happy with this list. I would say moving forward, I would try and find room for a second scare cache. It came up a number of times, but not in a way that I think was game determinative ever, but only at the event. In testing, it doesn't really make sense, and theoretically, I don't think it makes sense, but there were a couple of times at the event where I was like, man, I could really go for a second scare cache right now, just because my opener played out in a weird way. In the side deck, the Harpy's Feather Duster should have been something else. It fucked up some of my board plans to be playing it as a 1-of with a 2-of in Econ that I wanted to board out of a 3-of for. So maybe I should have played something else there, but everything else I liked. And then in the extra, I frequently found myself wanting the 3rd Shangri-Ira, but realistically, it shouldn't come up. The only scenario where it matters is if my opponent has opened like Nibiru and I led Wraithsoth, then I get the read that they don't have Imperm or Ash Blossom. The 3rd Shangri-Ira means that my Fenrir converts for an additional removal spell, but like that actually never really comes up anyway because a scenario in which I'm triggering Fenrir is usually when they've done their starter because post Nibiru, it's not like you have a lot of points of interaction anyway. So realistically, I think this is probably as good as it could have gone. I should have played a different card other than Skullwagon. I think probably the other Fossil guy would have been better, but in practice, there was just some spell traps that I had a problem dealing with. I like the list a lot. Yeah. In terms of prep, I felt really good. I felt fantastic going in. I prepped the fuck out of the mirror. I was crushing the mirror all day. I just loved playing it. I love playing it. And of course, that was helped by the fact that my main deck is what it is. So I was ready. I will say I was a little less excited to play against rogue decks because I didn't have like a real breadth of understanding of like what they were and how they lined up specifically against Cash. Because, you know, rogue players are coming specifically to beat Cash. You have to be able to specifically beat what they're specifically doing, which isn't really something I was prepared to do. Did you consider Entis or Book of Moon? Book of Moon is the #1 card that I wish I had played that I didn't. I did consider Entis theoretically in a world where they like Dark Ruler no more while your Rise Heart has 3 materials. It's it's still Trident if you have Entis attached. But that just didn't happen very often. And I was like, I would like a more flexible card here. And it's also always like a scenario in which your Rise Heart has 3 materials usually means you've set it up on your own turn and you don't have a way to attach an Entis to it. Your opponent is always leading with the Dark Ruler no more, which means you're not going to be able to attach the Entis to it. And as a result, you aren't going to be able to get it underneath it. If you're attaching it by your own volition, you're actually probably leading the Goliath anyway. So it was hard. It was a hard call to make. Anyway. Book of Moon, though. Number 1 card I wish I had found room for. I just couldn't. Maybe over the Dark Ruler. On Thursday, I drove down. I hadn't decided until the very last minute if I was going to fly or drive. It was about a 5-hour drive. I decided to drive. I'm so glad that I did. It's such a nice drive to Raleigh. I'm in Maryland. And, oh, man, what a beautiful, beautiful countryside. Also, you know, like, it was nice driving down. What was it? I don't know anything about roads, but the road I was driving down was nice. It was really excellent. Raleigh. Yeah, I-95. It was nice. Raleigh, the city. Wow. I had never been there. When I was doing like co-working shit before the pandemic, we were trying to expand to Raleigh, and I was always like, Raleigh, what the fuck? Going there? Wow. It's one of those cities that like was clearly not meant to be like a metropolis, but because of like a couple of socioeconomic factors and like locations and like rent and like local ordinances, it's randomly becoming a New York, and they're trying to adapt to it really quickly. And right now it's a really nice place. It's a lovely little place. They're doing something really funny, which is it wasn't built for the amount of cars that are about to be there. So a lot of the stores, like the box stores, during the evening will rent out their parking lots on like apps. Like you can go on an app and be like, I'm going to park at your parking lot overnight. And they were like, okay. And that ended up being necessary because the Airbnb that we got did not have parking. Now you might be thinking to yourself, what? So here's what happened. We get there, and I have to take a fucking class, like a law school class over this shit Wi-Fi. Me and Peeps are jamming games like to practice. He's got this Transcendosaurus list that I love. It's max rarity, except if one of the cards has a gold rare print, in which case he has purchased the gold rare print. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It's truly, truly heinous. But when we get to this Airbnb, there's kind of immediately a problem, and it's that nothing is working. The Wi-Fi doesn't work. There is supposed to be a parking pass that we cannot find, and Danny is our point of contact with the Airbnb, so we're like, okay, we'll just wait for him. So we wait for him. He comes by. We're like, can you please text these fucking people? And he's like, okay, what do you need? And we're like, well, Wi-Fi doesn't work. There's no parking pass. The oven isn't working either. It's a smart oven, and like we can't get any of the things to work because they've paired it to an app. Right? We don't have the app. And so he's like, okay, whatever. He sends the person this information and they go, oh, yeah, I don't know anything about the Wi-Fi. You know, it is what it is. It looks like the last people who were there made off with the parking pass. So you're just going to have to park in the expensive ass lot across the street. And we were like, okay, well, what about the oven? Right? And they were like, the oven? We were like, yeah, the oven in the place. Like it won't work. We were trying to make a pizza or something. And they were like, what oven? And we go, there's an oven in this place. And they go, really? What kind of oven? We're like, how do you not know? Oh, and then it all clicks. We're like, oh, this person has just purchased an apartment to rent it out on Airbnb. This person has never been in this apartment. It's all been done by a third party. They've never seen the interior of this place. This place is like not real to them. It just exists as a sort of supplementary income. They're like a landlord that never has to call the super. It's like, okay, fucking whatever. We'll figure it out. We eventually do figure it out by unplugging it from the wall and just replugging it back in. But we start playing some games, and Danny, I don't think has his invite. And we're like, oh, you don't have your invite? Well, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm going to play the Edison event. I already signed up. We're like, cool. What'd you bring? He's like, well, I'm just starting at Edison, so I just net decked something, and I'm going to figure it out tonight. And I'm like, cool. So like Frognark, he's like, no, I brought Fairy. And I said, you brought Fairy? First time playing Edison, you're going to bring Fairy? He's like, well, it's not. It's more like it's Chaos Fairy. And I go, that's worse. You understand that's worse, right? And he goes, I'll figure it out. And we're like, no, we have to fucking play some cards. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we are gonna, like, Fairy is one of the most complicated decks in Edison, and Chaos Fairy is the meta call variant of it. So, like, we're just, like, fucking trying to throw him through the ringer on this Fairy deck, and oh my god. And we told Keegan, and Keegan was like, he brought Fairy? And we're like, yeah, I don't know what to tell him. I mean, we did our best. We were having fun. But one thing we kept finding out, obviously, is that Dimensional Alchemist is like far and away the best card in that deck. It's like such a good fucking card, and it's responsible for this tweet. I be jorking it to Dimensional Alchemist. Let's just watch this Keegan video.
Hey Danny, I need you to seek help. I need you to go back to therapy. I need you to call your mother. I need you to just take care of yourself, brother. Take care of yourself. Hey Danny,
I be jorking it to Dimensional Alchemist. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying this. And then we got the audio clip from Leah. It's like the fucking GFE. Here, hold up.
I be jorking it to Dimensional Alchemist.
I'm always saying this. Anyway, you know, we're just chilling. And one other thing is that before he got there, I had ordered on Amazon Prime. You can order these. Did not know this. A set of Garten of Ban dolls. It was like, by the way, it was really cheap. It was like $20 for the entire set of Garten of Ban dolls. And let me see if I can pull up the image. Yeah, here it is. Here he is. He's got Stinger Flynn. He's got Opila Bird. He's got Jumbo Josh. He's got Captain Fiddles. He's got Bam and Bam Bambalina. You know, the only ones he's missing, of course, are Nab and Nab Nabalina and Sheriff Toadster and Queen Bouncelia because they hadn't been invented yet. Realistically, I think they should have just stuck to these 6. I don't know why we needed the rest of them. Captain Fiddle's a very unexplored character. They could have used him for a lot more. But it was nice. So Friday rolls around, and I had brought my Magical Scientist cosplay because me and Crush Cards and Gage all said we were going to cosplay at this thing. And I think Crush Cards fell through, but Gage did get to cosplay Geek Boy. But I show up in my Magical Scientist gear. I have some pictures of me wearing it with other people that I hope show up. I'm very excited about it. Damn, is this chat in sub-only mode? I think pretty much everyone here has a sub at this point after something. And I got a lot of people who were like, wait, that was you? They like took pictures with me unaware that I was MBT. It was very fun.
We got a Guido.
It was a lot of fun. Shouts out to Inner Crescent for making this chest piece. It was really nice. And everything else is just off Amazon. People found really like cool stuff. Here's me. Lintalot drew this. But it was nice. The shoes were a little tight. I feel like the shoes were maybe a little tight. Unfortunately, it was really hot in there. So I'm chilling out, just walking around. I'm in the pre-reg line, right? Because I pre-registered, and I'm just sitting there for like an hour. And who should come up to me but Zephyr? You know, Zephyr, she's like a 9-year-old who plays Yu-Gi-Oh! She was in the Dragon Duel event. And she was dressed as Rose. Apparently, Elise, dressed as Ray, had come, like, they were going to take some pictures together. She came by and she was like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, can I get some stuff signed? And I was like, sure. And she said to me, oh man, when you opened FA Shining Star GT, I was laughing my ass off. And I was like, yeah, for sure. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, kid? I have no idea. I'm sitting in line afterwards and it hit me. I opened FA Shining Star GT in an episode of Master Roulette. And when I open it, I say out loud, holy shit, is that fucking asshole Shining Star great titties? And I go, I am so sorry that you heard those words. My bad. Oh no. But you know, it is what it is. You know, that's just the way it is, apparently. every time a little kid comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, I love your channel," I go, there's some videos on my channel I would prefer you did not watch. I'm sorry, it will happen again. That's true. Very true. Anyway, so I sit in this fucking line for an hour, and finally I get to the front and I get a coin and I get registered and I just bolt. I go, I gotta go home, and I go home and I take a big old nap. I have a nap, and then I come back outside of cosplay. I got to see all the gamers. I got to see Crush Cards and Doug and Gage for about 30 seconds, and that's the entirety that I saw them over the entire weekend. I enjoy YCSs because they're usually little adventures, but Nats is Nats, and it's just like there's so much shit going on, and I never get to see anyone, and it sucks. Anyway, we left, and we had planned, me and Peeps and Danny, to go see Spider-Man. So we were driving to go see Spider-Man, and I was being so annoying. I think Danny maybe has a video of it. I'll bother him to see if he has it. But it's me, like, in the car, and I'm driving. And I'm, like, bumping in the car like you would to a really hype song. I'm bumping the fucking Colleen Ballinger apology video. We're like fucking 400 decibels hearing, like, the toxic gossip train, and Peeps is in passenger and he's like, I am going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. On the way back, we did the Lanky Box Garden of Ban videos. It was great. But we went to go see Spider-Man at the Alamo Draft House. I'd never been to an Alamo Draft House in my life. Wow, those are really nice. I wasn't aware. It was like, I don't know. I don't want to like jerk it off or whatever, but like, it was nice that they like clearly did actually care about like film and cinema and shit. And, you know, also that you could drink alcohol while watching Spider-Man. That was also a nice little part of it. Though I will say a lot of people I know are going to be like, oh, another like soy millennial thing. Boy, it is great being a millennial and finally getting marketed to. All this soy ass shit like Barcade and Alamo Draft House is made specifically for me, and it's great. I say more of it, baby. Bring them on. Bring them on, baby. The more, the merrier. Spider-Man was good. I liked it a lot. If I had one criticism, it's that it was a lot. There was like a lot going on in that. So, Saturday, the actual event. Oh boy. Okay, so I get there on time, and round one is versus Monadium. Before the event begins, I get to see everyone. I saw Simo exactly here. I never saw him again. So I'm exactly there and then never again. So round one is versus Monadium. My opponent wins the die roll. They go normal, like the Ruim Heart. I go imperm, and they go pass. And I go, I still don't know what this fucking deck does, and I kill them. Game two, they just brick, and I kill them again. No, game two is even weirder. It's like I attack one of their monsters with a cached hero with scare cache on field, and I go Fenrir, target Baron. They go activate Baron, and I go scare cache's effect is applying or something, and they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then they take like 10 seconds, and they're like, I'll activate the counter trap, and I'm like, to the Baron activation. It's just like, it's this big messy thing, and I hate it. But it was like, it was not close, and I felt bad. Like, that deck is just so much. It's so much. Vsauce, Starfrost. That's what it does. Yeah, that's true. Round two, there's just a Stampede. And I'm like, what's going on? Well, they only have paper pairings. No pairings on the app for round two. And so 45 million people are coming. But as you can see, this right here is the nexus point, not only for the pairings, but also for people walking down this hallway and for people using either of the bathrooms. So for some reason, if your name starts with R, S, or T, you are in the middle of a 2,000 person blob. And it's like, dog, how can you not figure this out? And it was so rough, and it just took forever, and people were getting game losses because it took too long, and it was awful. But it was not the only Stampede. While we're waiting here, they go, hey, people who are potentially interested in Ultimate Time Wizard, we have like 30 slots that have opened up, and about 100 people bolt over to the fucking public event table through this. And I'm just like, how have we not figured this out by now? In Europe, they do the pairings on fucking Neuron. Like, come on now. This can't be real. It was crazy. Eventually, they got online pairings like working, but like the way that 5G works in America, like if a lot of people are trying to use the internet at the same time, it doesn't load things, and so it actually did take like they had to do both. It's so unbelievable. And then 3, 4, and 5 were completely uninteresting. 3 I played against like. Oh, for round 3, I played against like stuff. They were doing like Isold Ignite. They went Isold Search Ignite Cavalier, and I went, am I getting fucking FTK'd? What's going on? I was. And to my right was Elise, and to my left was Doug. And I was like, oh, fucking meeting of the minds here. Let's go. Then round 4, I played Dragon Link. I still feel like that's an okay matchup for me, but saw no non-engine, which is a lie. I saw Ash Blossom, but they opened Called By. They did it, and I went, Called By? I was like, Called By? All right, I Called By, I suppose. I'll fucking, what do I know, you know? So then round 6... I saw the person who puts together Topeka Yu-Gi-Oh! That was really cool to see them again. But I lost to Mikanko, a guy from Dream Wizards. I'm like, great, drove all the way here just to play a fucking locals match. They're on Mikanko. Boy, I did not know what Mikanko does. I did not know. That shit is a 100-0 into Cash Tira. I was like, there's no way I can win. There's just no way. It's unbelievable. It was like he came here to beat me, and he did. He fucking cleaned my clock. At the end, he was like, if you had attacked with Scare Cash, that turns off their like battle protection or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I just couldn't make it happen. Sorry. Found a guy in the Shirt of Shame. That was funny. Round 7, I played a tight fucking game against Lab. It was one of those games you finish, you're like, yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh, baby. Round 8, I played the worst game of my entire life against Lab. My opponent lost game 1 because they were late. And then game 3, they went to end phase, and I started my turn, and they went, wait, I just realized I did have a line. Let me go back. And I said, I don't think I can do that. And they were like, come on, man, don't do me like this. And I felt really bad about it. And then they were like, it turns out they were someone who had known me at an old local and had sponsored me in the past through a business. And I was like, oh, Jesus, man, I'm so sorry. It was maybe the worst I've ever felt in Yu-Gi-Oh! It was awful. It was terrible. And then round 9 in a cosmic intervention of fate. After round 8, I'm like, I'm sorry, I need fucking food. I hadn't eaten all day since the estrogen burger. And Half misses there and is like, hey, just so you know, I'm getting a pizza. You want me to get a slightly larger pizza? I can save you a slice. I said, thank you. And so I run out to go get the pizza because they're not letting the pizza in the venue after 8 p.m. So I run to go get the pizza. I come back, and the round has started without me. And I missed the first game of my match, and I sit down, and it's the fucking Cash Tira mirror, and I've gone first. And I'm like, oh, no. So I ended up losing the thing. But it happens, you know. Anyway, I finish at 11:45 is when round 9 is over. And so by the time I get back to the hotel, Danny and Peeps are like drinking at a bar by our thing, but I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm like out of energy. I got to go to bed. And you know, like Gage and stuff are like, hey, you want to come over and hang out? And I'm like, I don't think I can. I think I have to fucking go sleep. And it sucked. But the bar that Peeps and Danny were at, it was Super Soy, another great soy millennial thing. They had like Big Jenga. What's their thing? They were playing like hits from the two. They were playing like Cobra Starship. It's like, wow, okay. But in generally, I just felt really frustrated about the whole experience. I did love meeting people. I signed a bunch of really fun stuff. Fun shit that I signed that sticks out to me. Forklift license. Someone brought their forklift license and I signed it. Someone brought Operation Desert Storm playing cards. I usually get a couple of those, but I got to sign a Gorbachev this time. Someone brought a Rescue Rabbit. I signed the Rescue Rabbit plush. Of course, I signed a bunch of fucking Agitos and Goatee and Ghost Trick and Stratos. A lot of Stratos, more Stratos than I had ever expected in my life. But yeah. So Sunday I get there. So one last thing I want to mention is that Emanon and Half Miss had come to cook rivalry events. I didn't know this. Rivalry posts the lists online. So they had like labbed them out and they were like, oh, we know what all the matchups will look like. Like we'll just cook some rivalry events, right? And so they entered 1 or 2. Rivalry stopped at 11 a.m. They stopped taking entries because they were so backed up. Oh my God. Like, oh, Jesus. Thank God they had 2 people doing the decks this time instead of just 1. But still, they were like, well, we can't do it because there's only so many decks. And the good ones, they all get scooped up immediately. It's unfortunate because it was much better run this time, to my understanding. But, like, you really can't ask people to sign up at 10 a.m. for an event that fires at 4 p.m. and feel good about it. Like, there's almost no way to do it. You talking that stuff? Yeah. So Sunday I get there fucking early. I get there as early as possible, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to run regionals. Like, I want to get my invite. I want to get this out of the way. I got in 2. So the first one fired normally. I got there like 9, and it fired at like 10, right? And I didn't realize how hard the regionals were at this. I don't really know what was going on, but my familiarity with regionals is you go to a YCS and you play day 2 and it's like all the people who scrubbed out and you just get your invite and you leave. But this one was like, oh no, there's Worlds competitors in the pool. And I was like, oh, right. That's horrifying. I lose the first one to psyching myself out in time. And then I go for the run back and I don't know what was wrong with this flight. It was the craziest one of all time. It was like, I signed up at like 10:30, 11, and it fired at like 1, and like all of us were sat at like noon, and we just like stared at each other for an hour, and the judge had lost the sheet that had like the bracket on it, and it was so crazy. And by the time we finished the first round, it was 2 and they were done doing signups. So I was like, okay, I guess that's it. But it was just hours too. Like Doug's saying in chat, Doug was in I think 2 regional flights later than me and had like finished the event by the time we were doing this. And so I'm playing this event and I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. But after round 2, I go to the judge and I'm like, Judge, can I take a shit? And they're like, yeah. And so they have to allocate me like 20 minutes because I have to go stand in a line for 10 minutes. Then I have to actually shit. Then I have to come back. And we still finished before the other quarterfinal. But I did end up taking that regional down. I thankfully did get my invite. It was just like, oh my God, I had this huge headache and I just felt bad. And I was like, oh, thank God that's over. And so, that's just, yeah, it's invite for 2024. Did Stinger Flynn help? I will say I never got it. Like, those girls that are like plushie girls and they like have all like these plushies with like names and stuff. I never understood that until I had Stinger Flynn. Like my opponent would combo off and I'd just look at my arm and I'd be like, can you believe this shit, Stinger Flynn? And Stinger Flynn would be like, don't talk to me. I understand it now. I get it. It's like having another little guy you can consult. 2 more things. First, while we were waiting, we were able to run over and get that picture of me that is on my thing here. See where it is. Jeez, where is it?
We got Agito.
Agito. I thought I retweeted it. Maybe I didn't. It was that Crush Cards picture of me. I know it's above this one. No, maybe not. It's around. But I also got a token with a bunch of tubers on it because we were all waiting in line for like an hour, and then the round fired when we were like 2 from the front, and I was just like, oh, I it's going to take people 10 minutes to get to the round. And we ended up taking it, and then I immediately bolted, and I did get it out. That was nice. But in general, just general notes about the event. Nats sucks. YCSs are a ton of fun, but Nats is just a fucking slog. It's a slog. Oh my God. Thank you to everyone who came by and said hi. I really appreciate, everyone who did. I had a lot of really great interactions with fans. A lot of people who, told me a lot of stuff about their own Yu-Gi-Oh journey. I always love hearing that shit. And to the people who were like, we should collab, we should work together, and I said yes to, please send me a DM because I have forgotten that shit. I legitimately just it all leaked out of my ears. Big shouts out to the fucking staff. I spoke with a couple of members of the staff that I'm close with, and they were like, yeah, it's twice the staff we usually have, but it was still nowhere near enough. I mean, oh man, they really were just running up and down everywhere. There's got to be more of them, baby. There's got to be more of them. The commentary. Okay, so I know that Tom had a little bit of a flub. You got to keep Tom on. It is so important that we have commentary from individuals who consistently play the game. Like it's just like the level of commentary at this event was just like 1,000 times better than the level of commentary at any NAWCQ or any NA event this year. I like Billy. I think he's really good as a color commentator, but he needs someone to play off. And Tom's great. Isala's great. Please keep them on. I beg you. Personally, I am a little disappointed in my own performance. That's the tweet that's on screen right now. But I always feel like I go to these and I do okay. Round 9 will be a go round, and if I make day 2, I just crap out 2 or 3 rounds in. And I'm sick of doing that. I'd like to actually clear at a YCS, which obviously is a Herculean task. But I feel like with more practice I could. And the difference is a lot of other players, after a tough loss or after a close game, have a little bit of time to decompress, right? And be like, okay, let's reset for the next one. And every one of my rounds, immediately after, sometimes in the round, someone would be like, can you sign something? And unfortunately, I will not compromise on that. While I do want to do well and be competitive, the number one thing I am there for is to say hi to fans and shit. That takes precedent above everything else, because those people are the reason I get to do this at all. So a lot of people are like, oh, you should after the round just find a corner and run away. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But it is definitely a detriment to me being able to maintain a strong mental. So the number one thing that I think I have to improve in order to get better at these, and this is so weird, is endurance. I really think I just need to get better at knowing my own limits, knowing when I need food, when I need caffeine, when I need to turn it on, go on autopilot. It's just weird to be I feel pretty confident in my play. I just don't feel very confident in my play 9 rounds in. Do you bring food with you? I do, but I need to be bringing specific food. I brought granola bars at this one, and after your 4th granola bar, a granola bar does nothing for you, We'll see. Regardless, I've heard meth helps you with that. Oh, also, I'm old. I hate to be like this. I'm just getting old. And this seems like a weird thing to talk about in relation to Yu-Gi-Oh, where some of the best players are in their fucking 40s. But Quantal is in chat, for instance. Quantal and Elise have said this to me, where they're like, oh, I just don't eat at the event. It keeps me sharp. It keeps me hungry. I'm on. The same way that people like to play when they're cold. I can't do that. If I don't eat, I just get sluggish, and my brain doesn't work all the way, and I get a big headache, and I'm sorry. It It doesn't work like that for me. And I think it's because I'm getting older. Like, it's just a weird thing to have to reckon with. Is like, no, your age is going to prevent you from operating at capacity for a long time. But again, it's something I can account for and something I will in the future for sure. In the FGC, some people bring fruit for the fructose. I will be bringing cuties to events. I love fucking cuties. I think they're the greatest snack in the universe. It's crazy from fighting games seeing how many players lack endurance and a strong autopilot. That's the other thing I need. My autopilot game is not fantastic, and I need to get to a position. This is something that I get through like playing and testing, where my autopilot is like just maybe 1 degree removed from my like focused, intense play. Anyway, what a fucking weekend. How old are you? 29. So very last thing that I wanted to say is that, what do you think about supplements before an event? I don't want to fuck around with that. It's like popping Adderall before a test for me. Is like if I am studying and practicing not under the influence or with, PEDs, and then I take some, I know it's going to fuck me up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Doping. I mean, it's not like doping. Have you thought about taking penis enlargement pills between rounds? Oh, would that help? Oh, I'm getting a lot of yeses. Okay, maybe. Okay, but I do want to talk real quick about Edison. Because for the first time, I think ever, total attendance for the side events outclassed the main event at the WCQ, which is insane because there were 3,300 people in the fucking main event. The Edison Giant card was one of the most incredible things that's ever happened in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, and I am shocked that they let it happen. The quality of player is just unfucking believable. It is like,
We got a Guido.
obviously at Nats everyone is pretty good, but like I would say probably I was in the top quarter of like players in the main event. I would consider myself honestly probably worse than at least 70% of players in the Edison event. Everyone who came was like hungry, and they were playing tight, and they were playing like tested, labbed lists. People hid information. It's insane. Like the quality of the best Edison player compared to like the quality of the players at SJC Edison, it is night and day. These players are unbelievable. Taki says, I felt so out of my depth at top tables. I watched some like top table Edison shit, and I was like, they're just operating on a complete other brain function. Like a complete other brain function. It's just shocking. The hunger that is there for that format. And I hope that Konami takes note with how quickly it capped, how big the fucking trampling people were to get it. Edison, even without the Ultimate Time Wizard, fired something like 100-something flights. It was just unbelievable. And fingers crossed next year, Edison YCS. We'll see. Relative to YCSs, I do want to say first, I will not be at the Toronto YCS. I need one off. I'm sorry, everybody. I've been doing a lot of travel. It's wearing on me. I will be at the Cancun YCS. If you want to see me at the Cancun YCS, you better fucking get there quick, because as soon as I am out, I am leaving that fucking event and doing anything but Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god. It'll be nice. You need to throw. yeah, man, I mean, I'm going to try, but I've never been to a non-English YCS. I know it's Cancun and like people will speak English, but I feel like I'm like doing Duolingo. Like, how do I communicate? Like, I am activating X effect of Kashtira Fenrir. It's Vancouver this year. Well, I'm not going to that shit. But it'll be nice for sure. And then knock on wood for this one because nothing's set in stone yet. But I am going to try to go to the October Orlando RBET. I really want to do one of the RBETs. And I don't want to fucking travel through time zones for the Cali one, but I'd really like to do the Orlando one. So if you're in the Orlando area or you're going to that event and you want to see me, fingers crossed, I think a contingent of tubers will be going. I've spoken to like myself and Gage and Bean Soldier TV and stuff. We'll see. But if you're unfamiliar, RBET is Keegan's really big Edison tournament. This is a completely weird thing that I can't believe exists. RBET is the Edison version of the Chalice Line Monthly, except last year Keegan said, this next year we're going to take it in real life, right? And so he will just shop around for OTSs, like call them up and be like, are you willing to host like a 128 person event? And they say yes, and then they sanction a big ass Time Wizard event, and Keegan will go there and personally put up like an insane prizing. Like for the Orlando one, they're playing for not only OTS prizing, but also I think an SJC Dark End Dragon. Like holy fuck, I'm super excited to play this event, and I think I'll It's crazy. It's legitimately shocking that RBET started as like a CSM level monthly type thing you played on Dueling Book and now is like a YCS equivalent that like hundreds of people will fly to. It's crazy. Will you be on Diva Hero? I don't know what I'm going to be on. I'm trying out the Gemini deck. I think that deck is so fucking tight. But it might be hype. I saw that that Diva Hero topped the WCQ Ultimate Time Wizard event and I was like, damn, this deck really will not die. Let's go. The problem is, like, even if the Gemini deck is not better than, like, Blackwing or, like, Frog Monarch, it is, unfortunately, the most fun deck in the format. You going to Indy or not? I don't know. When is Indy? October? We'll see. I haven't made plans to, but it is pretty close. I might anyway. Yeah, this Diva Hero list I love. It's like 80% the Diva Hero list that people have been playing for like 10 years. It's so funny. Like what's the innovation? They play Spirit Reaper, I guess. There's a Gold Sark in here, deck devs in here. The board is good. It's just lovely. It's just so great that we still get to play this deck. This Amaryllis deck is just out of it. It's out of the fucking. This shit is like out of a nightmare for me. It's horrifying. I can't believe that this deck exists, let alone won anything. I really hope that it doesn't. But the most impressive thing that went on here, of course, is Hero Frog was just everywhere. 3 in the top 8 is insane. This deck is so boring. I'm so sorry. I can't get behind this. I love Ocean, one of my favorite cards of all time. This is the most boring deck I've ever seen in my life. I'd rather play LOB format. I have bad news about what's happening later. What's happening later? All right. Prog has conditioned me to immediately glaze my brain over when I see a Caius in a list. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that unfortunately the best card in Edison, I think, is Caius. So it's just like, well, it is what it is. Yugi Kaiba format supremacy. Ugh. Oh, some people from Dream Wizards set up a Time Wizard for O2. It was very funny. Rotation. Yes, we should talk about rotation real quick, Quantal. You will get the next set soon. TM. We have a pretty good idea of what it is. We're just testing it out right now. The video with the replays for people should be going up, I think, in a week and a half. We really should not have dropped the first video so close to the subathon. It's just going to be like literally a month and a half before the second one comes out after I said it would be 2 weeks. But there was just no way to do it. There's just no way to do it. But I'm really excited about the first set. I think it's going to, obviously it'll upend the format. Can we get a teaser for a card that will be in the set? Yeah, Cyber/Harpy Lady. Let's do prog. Is the VoD not being saved intentional? No, it's not. They turned it off for me because I got a DMCA claim. Oh, it's been so long since I did prog. What is Lithium doing? He think he Luke Von Karma. No, sir. Oh my god. Ugh.
Previously, I'm gonna add Battery Man Microcell to my hand.
What the fuck did I miss last time?
On Progression Series Season 2.
Was good enough last time. I'm hoping it'll be good enough this time.
The
Hefty price
solemnest
to pay?
of judgment.
Drained? He's out here draining?
Gores has changed the entire landscape
Oh, so Gage just won with a fucking 6 Sam list.
of Progression Series. Now that you and I both have one, this card's scary.
I'm willing to bet my entire paycheck that is a microcell.
In this series, both Nim Nim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or one box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We will build a deck and play a best
missed a
2 out
banger.
of 1. In this card's scary.
I'm willing to bet my entire paycheck that is a microcell.
In this series, both Nim Nim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or one box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We will build a
This
deck and
honestly
play a
may be
best
one of
2
my
out
least
3,
favorite
and the
episodes.
winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck.
I better see him in chat. Don't tell me you forgot how to do it.
However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode.
But this time around,
we'll be introducing
sucking.
side
We'll
sets,
be
a
fucking.
new banning system, and plenty of other fun surprises that you'll just have to watch to find out. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series Season 2.
Fuck. How do I...
Bro, what do you think the Amazonist call sounds like?
Shit.
Probably
I
something
need
like...
a way to get 5% off any singles or sealed product. Oh, and Wartech says, if you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, you know what? Fuck that. From today on, I declare the Frogression series where we debate about the fat frog. Here's the spinning fat frog. You know, he raises some good points.
If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CMO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
When can I expect my Frogborn hoodie to come in? Fuck if I know. No, I think this wasn't effectively communicated about the Pyramid merch, but they were pre-orders. They're in production now, and I think it will probably be like a week from today until it ships. Sorry. Unless you were the person that won the giveaway, in which
Emphatic
case,
win
my
over
bad.
Alex. The gap gets closer and closer every episode. I'm really excited to have this wheel in
Is
front
it
of me
still for
today.
sale?
Again, endless
No.
possibilities, especially when we get into the better slivers of the wheel. Starlight feels like it could be literally anything in the game, and it could be absolutely game-changing. I'm not going to waste too much time jibber-jabbering about how we whooped Alex's bum last week. Let's just spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. I'm really, really looking for a Starlight, as per always, but I will actually end up taking Snatch Steal.
What is
or
he
anything
wearing?
Like. I think there could be a lot of fun things capable of that.
That's what I see when I look at dick. I make that noise. I go.
Oh, actually, wait. That's great. I'm so happy. I was actually, man, I really wanted something good today. I'm so glad I got something good. Been a
All right, snatch the fucking beret. Let's play Karakuri.
minute since we've actually gotten the Snatch deal. I can't wait to redeem this next week. I think I've already got an idea of what I want to grab.
Dogtown.
Because Alex ended up getting not really lucky. He ended up getting more cards than I did for a strategy I really wanted to play.
He's gonna do it! Wait, he's gonna do it!
Guess what that is. But if you can't, you'll find out.
Oh, next week is gonna
This
be
week,
crazy.
Though, big set. It is Return of the Duelist. A green set. The green sets always seem to be the one that matters, right? I'm gonna let Alex tell you all about that.
Yeah. We're back in the loser circle.
This guy fucking sucks. Are we below gauge yet? What's the rating? Yo, I can't wait to fund more episodes of Sealed Showdown.
Amazing content.
The gap gets...
Ooh.
Emphatic win over Alex. The gap gets closer and closer every episode.
I'm looking to get Gage's gap closer and closer. Maybe I'll plug it up.
I played a fun deck last episode, so I don't want to hear
Me
it.
when
That
I play
was
Battery
fun.
Man, it's a fun deck.
Completely just cheated and shouldn't have won anyway. But in any case, it was fun nonetheless, and is a little bit of a taste of what's to come later once we get some other cards. Speaking of other cards, though, we are moving on to Return of the Duelist, released on August 24th, 2012. A lot of neat cards in this set, that's for sure. You can already see right here that with the introduction of Prophecy,
There's a lot of neat
Dolce,
cards in
and
that set.
Geargia in this
That's
set,
for sure.
I believe. Geargia would be a really nice archetype to play, but armor is a super, so we'd have to get extremely lucky if we want to be able to play that. But even some generic stuff like Void Trap Hole, Soul of Silver Mountain, like these cards are pretty decent as well. Moving on down to the rares, we have a bunch of Chronomaly stuff, which I don't think gets better until a little bit later on, unless you're playing History of Jank, that is. Some more Geargia stuff and Geargiano cards as well. Then just some additions to like the other archetypes that were aforementioned. I guess the Hunder stuff is also kind of new. That would be nice.
come on.
We do have the Battery Man stuff, and there is sort of synergy there because they are Thunders, but this is more rank 4 spam than anything. This would be fun to play, though. Moving on down to the Ultras, there's some decent ones here. Excalibur does
Machu Mech. Is Bish Balkan out yet?
require Warriors, but if you are playing a Warrior-based deck, that's one of the best rank 4s you could be playing. Aside from that, though, everything else is like too archetype-specific, I feel, because like Secrets and Magician, you know, Pudding Cess, it's not too great in this slot. And then going down to the Secrets, it's more of the same. Like, Gigan's pretty generic again, but if you're only in like the machine category, I'd like to get this, and Geargia sort of needs this as well, although probably in Prog we could get away with not playing with it because we are a little bit
I've never
underpowered
seen
compared to
Spirit
like what was
Converter.
meta at the time. And then we got some short prints, the Ghost Rare, the Commons. I don't think there's anything like too crazy in here, just more support for all the archetypes we've already seen. Some like okay stuff. That's it for Return of the Duelist, though. There's some neat stuff, but again, it just kind of depends if it all comes together. We got to open Turbo Pack 8. I think we're close to Astro Pack, which is pretty nice because the Turbo Packs are definitely showing their age a bit here, and we can see from flipping this first pack. Yeah, you know, Fire Dog would be nice if Gage didn't ban it, so that's Gage, appreciate it. Second pack, Gemini Imps is like okay, everything else in there isn't too great. And our last pack, I don't think we're playing any of these cards. These are all three of these cards were released in like 2004. Why are they in a Turbo Pack? In any case, we got 24 packs of Return of the Duelist to open. Let's get cracking.
All right, Return of the Duelist. I'm looking for a few.
Whoa! We got to get one of these shirts.
Here, I remember opening this thing as a kid. Debut of Madolce, one of my favorite archetypes of all time. We're going to be opening 24 packs of these. And I do remember what the draft button is now. It's down here. Let's see if we get any bangers from our 24 packs of Return of the Duelist. Okay, pack number 1, we're seeing Chateau and stuff. Like I said, I do like the Madolce's big fan. Eco is like an anti kind of burn strategy if Alex ever wants to kill
Eco's like
I guess now we have side deck
fine.
options for it. Ooh, Crystal Chronaut is actually a fantastic card to be able to pull in Super Rare.
It's actually
Still a time in
Crystal
Yu-Gi-Oh! Where actual items are
Chronaut?
few and far between. Getting any generic ones is a blessing. 2 level 3s when it's targeted for an attack. Detach a material from this card. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken involving this card. Nice that it's a little bit of a body that you can protect. That's actually pretty sick. Makes our tour guides not much better. Soul Drain's actually a fantastic also continuous trap card that we want to pick up a few of these. We got a Paw Hunter here. This is the first look at the Hunter archetype as well.
We
Paired
gotta
pretty well
get
blocked back
Gage
in the
like
day.
an ad
Actually, when we
blocker,
boil it all down,
right?
It's just like a rank 4 turbo kind of deck, but it's cool nonetheless. Really cool nonetheless. All ties together with a card that's not even out.
He's like personally funding the YGO Pro Deck
I'm not gonna give
servers.
too much away, but I am looking for a few copies of this Uniflora Mythical Beast of the Forest. You've never seen this card in competitive play. I can almost guarantee it, but you might see it today.
Oh, I'm familiar with
Spellbox is
it.
a really, really sick deck back in the day. Also one of my favorites from this time. Unfortunately, everything is literally slotted into the highest rarity of this set. Cards like High Priestess is a secret rare. Cards like Spellbook of Secrets, an ultra rare. It's almost near unobtainable for us in the progression series. Would have been cool, but we have another archetype like Geargia Accelerator. Geargias in general are really sick. I need to pick up like a Geargia Armor in this set if I want to be anything good at all, though.
All right, 24 packs of Return of the Duelist. I'd love to play Geargia, but again, we're going to need an exceptionally good opening if we want to. Starting off with Pudding Cess, though, for an
Madolce
ultra rare.
PP
Madolce would be
poop.
good, too, but again, I think that's probably
That's a
harder
good
to play
one.
than Geargia. There's Geargia Accelerator. That is a common, so that shouldn't be too hard to pull. The Arsenals are rares, and the Armors are supers. Soul Drain's pretty neat, though. Soul Drain's nice because
Impenetrable
this actually has
Attack
a lot
is
of
a
relevant
weird
like,
one.
side deck applications.
Who
so I'm happy to
remembers
see that. Some more
Catapult
Madolce stuff. The
Zone
Escape Device isn't too bad either. Like, you need to play
rulers
this in a very
from
specific deck, but
Prog?
it's like a nice card. Oh, and there is a good hit. Heroic Heroic Champion Excalibur, the
that's a
Ghost
nice
Rare, as a
one.
matter of fact. One problem with this is that the best warrior deck we were able to play, Gage actually just hit a couple episodes ago because he decided to ban Neos Alias. Not that you're like really summoning this in that deck, but like out of all the best warrior decks we could be playing, unfortunately, that is probably one of them. But if we can find a way to take advantage of this, that'd be sick.
Nothing too special in these last few packs I've opened up here. Not even looking at like the low rarity stuff, because low rarity stuff's not that bad. But I don't think I'm getting lucky. I don't think I'm getting anything too good. I did get my 3 Uniflora. That's
Are you gonna reroll?
Dusk Knight. I'm pretty sure this is the first time in a long time that we had gotten like an Armageddon Knight-esque card. And it was like a big deal at the time. Dusk Knight was not that great. Flip side and Earth from the deck to the graveyard.
Flip. You can put anything on a flip monster.
Being really good.
Wow, talk about the back-to-backs. We get the Ghost Rare and then an Ultimate Rare Prophecy Destroyer. Not that we're like playing this or anything, but God, I've always loved the artwork of this card. It's so sick. Damn, there's another Ultimate Rare, the Chronomaly Machu Mech. I don't think we're doing any crazy OTKs with this card. I don't think we even have the ability to do that, but it's a neat one nonetheless.
Wow, Compulse Escape is really old. I didn't realize.
No Mahunter yet, so the likelihood of us playing this deck is going quickly down the tubes. Oh shit, there's a Gear Gear armor.
Oh,
okay.
okay. All right.
So
We could play it.
great. But I mean, this is like one of the cornerstone pieces of being able to play Gear Gear.
Yeah, we could
we'll take
play
it.
it.
We got what, 7 packs left? Maybe there's a chance.
Ooh, Sis Hunter. Okay, we got like a pretty good Hunter package so far.
Sis!
3 Maw Hunter, we got a Paw Hunter, now we got a Sis Hunter. They're all rares. That's actually
Overlay regen. I just pulled a bunch of supers of this yesterday. Why is it reprinted?
pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, Ultimate Rare number 33, Chronomaly Maku Mech. Some really dumb like OTKs or FTKs paired with this card. That's why it like demands a pretty high price point. Doesn't have a reprint either, funny enough. But for us, it's another generic 5 among Andreas and Tyrus. Hey, more than welcome. Detach 1 XYZ material from this card. Target face a monster your opponent controls. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between its OG and current attack, and it gains back the damage inflicted. Yeah, so you can probably see some of the dumb FTKs die with this card. Just make an opponent's dude like as large as possible, and then Maku Mech just 8,000 deal to them. GG, right? That's pretty cool for us. So I'm not mad about that. It's a great pickup. Another Maw Hunter, man. I didn't need another Maw Hunter, but I'll take it. Whatever. And another Library of the Crescent. Study up. All right, come on, last few packs here. Anything big? Wow, Hierophant. And a third Library of the Crescent. All right, and then Hierophant's not gonna be playable. I can promise. Weird. Okay, we got another Maku Mech and another.
Wow,
Soldier.
we are really sitting on these chronomalies, huh?
I'm really, really happy to pick up the Maku Mech. I don't even know what to say about that. Another Paw Hunter. Wow, we had a really good pull this time around here. Actually broken up pretty well here. Let's get a little gainer. We got 2 Paw, 3 Maw,
Wow.
1 Sis, dog, 2 Soldier,
1 Sis. There's 1 Sis on this show.
I like this. This was really good. Add it to the collection. Don't even gotta think twice.
Wow,
right?
the pack opener looks a lot better.
I think you guys are gonna like it. Let's go check it out.
Well, only a few packs left to open. It sucks. We pulled armor, but I haven't pulled a single arsenal. I think we've gotten a few of the Geargiano MK2, I think it is. We've gotten a couple of them, but we've gotten like multiple copies of other rares like Revival Golem and stuff that if that were arsenal, might have been able to play some Gear Gear, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's going to lean that way. We have a few packs left though, so maybe there is still some hope. I mean, there's an arsenal, but I think we're a little bit too late on that if I'm going to be honest. Last pack, let's see what we get. It's Crescent. I think we pulled like 3 Crescent and like 3 of a bunch of other rares, but we're going to keep. I mean, we pulled Excalibur, which honestly probably has the most staying power than anything else. Even if we respin,
I want to make fun of him about respinning, but I don't think we re-roll an Excalibur.
Let's get to building.
Let me tell you, chat.
We are back on Combo Cat. Okay, this one's interesting. So if Uniflora is actually really important for this one.
I Wish I Was Dead has been absolutely cooking some fierce lists in the last few weeks. This
the boy
one in particular caught my eye, and with the release of Uniflora, Mythical Beast of the Forest, and Return of the Duelist, I couldn't say no. This list looks way too spicy.
So the concept is Uniflora can get back Cat.
Saying hello to our feline friend, Rescue Cat, yet again. We're going to be making some absolutely ridiculous combos while this card is still unerrated. It doesn't get errated until the release of Duelist Saga. We're still a bit away from that, so we still get to feel the power of Rescue Cat in its truest form. And the last time we visited Rescue Cat, we were trying some XYZ plays with Wind Up Dog. Tell you what, we're going back to those again. We're playing Wind Up Dog and the X-Saber Air Bellum to make some big synchros, bump this up.
Dog is so good with this card. I can't believe that, like, historically, no one ever was Cat was banned during this period. This is just a deck that could not have ever existed. Oh.
5, make it 8, or we can just make 2 5s and make Andreas or our new Chronomaly mech. That I didn't have space for him. I'm not gonna lie.
This is the deck they were building on Modcast. Oh shit, it's Subathon.
All fine and dandy, right? We got the Nat Beast turn 1 plays as well with the sequel, but now we have one of the most integral combo pieces to this deck that actually takes this thing to a whole nother level. Uniflora is insane. This card has never seen play with Rescue Cat in this era because I don't think Rescue Cat was legal. It is a very glass cannon deck. I've also been told it's a glass cannon deck. Like, I have to see this Rescue Cat to be able to make some of these insane plays or get a one-turn setup to somehow stick on the board and flow into a monster in the next one. But if I'm able to see just Rescue Cat and it goes off unimpeded, you will see some fireworks. Uniflora reads, if they're all monsters in your graveyard are beast type, you can tribute this card, special summon 1 beast monster from your hand or graveyard except Uniflora. It cannot attack this turn. It is not going to matter. Let me tell you what we're going to do. We're going to Rescue Cat, we're going to Rescue Cat into Uniflora, and we're going to Rescue Cat into Uniflora. And then we are going to Uniflora, bring back the Rescue Cat, and we're going to do it again. We're going to Rescue Cat to bring out our non-tuners or our tuners, and then we're going to Uniflora again, loop it up to 2 to 3 times in a turn. That's going to end us on some of the most insane boards you'll ever see in prog. I'm talking Beast, Archeon type boards, maybe with the Stardust Dragon chilling in the back too. Like actual just unbeatable stuff. Gonna
Okay,
replay
I've
the books. I'm
tried
gonna
to
make sure
turn
all
on
my cards in the
VoD.
graveyard
Let
aren't
me know
these
if it
types.
works.
There's a few that aren't, but hopefully I don't have to see them. They're gonna be just the cards that are gonna increase our consistency. I don't want Summoner Monk to hit the graveyard early. I obviously don't want to be dropping Gores and filling up the graveyard before I see combo. Cards like Sangan and Witch are able to get me to Rescue Cat, but they can also impede the full combo if I use them. And of course, Thunder King is one of the better stun cards. It's gonna be the one that's gonna like hopefully, you know, balance us out until we can get to our Rescue Cat if we don't see it. But if all things go according to plan, you know, maybe we float a rat into the Rescue Cat.
People are so mad over this deck. Why? This deck is sick as fuck.
Full loaded, just beast in the graveyard.
This deck is so cool. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is just a deck that never existed in paper. It's not trying to adapt a bad constructed deck. It's its own thing that never existed and never could, and makes use of a synergy that could only exist in prog
mode, and it's getting absolutely ugly. I'm really glad.
People are more upset I don't build my decks anymore. Cry about it.
I grabbed the Snatch Deal for this episode because it gives me a plan for next week. But this week, this list looked way too juicy to not try. And I wish I Was Dead has cooked up always throughout the entire season 2 some of the best lists we've seen. I'm hoping to summon Rescue Cat and really show Alex what he's up against this week. Let's see what he's taking. Let's see if it even competes.
So for those of you who don't know, last week was the North American World Championship Qualifier, or NATS for North America, and I was there competing in the large Edison tournament. I think it ended up being over 300 players, or close to 300, because it initially capped at 256, and then a bunch of people didn't show up, and they let a bunch of other people sign up, and it was
all right, I have
some of
fixed
the most
the
fun I've had
VoD
playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
settings.
In quite some time. It actually reminded me a lot of prog, just because we've been in that area of Yu-Gi-Oh! For so long lately that I just wanted to not let that time end. So we're going to be playing, I wouldn't call it an Edison deck.
Oh, God, I just looked at the fucking screen. Oh, come on, I don't want to look at this. Wait, hold it up. Didn't we Hall of Fame this?
Deck, of course, but I mean, obviously you can play Frog Monarch in that format, and surprisingly, Frog Monarch in September 2012, around this time, I should say, was also still a deck that some people were playing. Yeah, sure, there's like a lot of other decks you could be playing, but we can't play those in Prog, and honestly, I think this is one of the best decks that we can play, given our card pool, so I figured let's go ahead and run it back one more time. We haven't played it since we had access to some new cards, so let's do the card by card. We got 2 battle honorary, PS1 Ronin Tone to Sangan, a substitute, because this is still legal.
But if you close your eyes.
Triple Swap, Triple Thessalos, Double Treeborn, Triple Zaborg rounds out our monsters. Then the spells, we have Brain Con, Dark Hole, Triple Enemy Controller, Triple MSC, the 1-for-1, Double Duality. We don't really special a ton in this deck, but this does allow us to, if we get into a situation where we're lacking resources, we can actually use this to filter for something that we need. Let's say like we don't have Treeborn Frog access yet, we can use Duality to find like a Swap Frog or something to help get us there. Then we have Pot of Greed and Triple Soul Exchange. It's Monarch. There's really not much else to talk about. The extra is actually kind of interesting. We have just some basic sinkers like Catastor, Armory Arm, Black Rose, Greenack, Dark End, Formula, Miststorm, Double Stardust, and Urbellum. We're playing stuff like Brain Con and Econ, so this could come up with like our Valor Tuner or just anything like that. Or if we still want to Gage's Tuners, we have a ton of monsters to sync off with. But the extra deck in terms of the Xyz monsters is more interesting because this time around we've Daigusto Phoenix and Gachi to pair with our frogs, and we didn't have these in Prog Season 1. So these are actually like decent cards. Phoenix can get a lot of burst damage out of nowhere, and Gachi can buff our guys. Yeah, we don't have like, we're not fully
me like
on the
trying
frogs,
to
but
get
they're just
people
nice options to
excited
have.
about
And then the sideboard,
the rank 2
we have a lot of lights and
pool.
darks we can
Just
side into,
not
like
gonna
Sidra,
happen.
DD Crow, Valor, Jinzo, just in case. I don't want to card use my tree, and that gives us make to the table today. Well, Gage, we're now back from the NAWCQ, although we were playing in the main event, we were playing in the Edison event. And I gotta say, it felt a lot like sitting down and playing Prog with you every week, buddy. It was a grand old time.
Oh, yeah, man. It reminds me of winning. Let me say I'm a little bit more scuffed up to the format there. I felt pretty good. But it was fun. Getting to experience all those old cards again, especially in like an officially sanctioned tournament.
Yeah.
Wouldn't trade it, man. It was awesome.
It was a great time, great time. Cards you wouldn't see in that format are cards from Return of the Duelist, as a matter of fact. How you feeling about your polls?
They're all right. It's a green set, let me tell you. There's a lot that could happen in those sets, but
I agree.
I feel all right. I don't want to expose too much, though.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, let's just get into it then, see what you're cooking up over there. That has me a little bit worried, because there's some crazy stuff in this set. Shout out to patrons, Samantha Cochran. Thank you for the support.
Oh, thank you, Samantha. Oh, my goodness.
That was my experience at the Edison. I think I only won 1 die roll in my entire run, but that's
me too. And it matters, too, because you get to draw the free card. It really does matter.
Unlike in our format, I remember the only die roll I won was the first game, and I said, I can't wait to do this. I run my hands together, draw phase, and I drew a card, and it felt fantastic.
I lost my first die roll, and I had to remind the guy to draw to 6, bro. You know what? I couldn't do. I didn't even have to tell him. He could have played with 5 the whole time. But I was nice opponent. But you know what? 1 extra card is really good in Edison format, but maybe it just might not be good enough here. Because I want to go first with my deck that I'm setting up.
Interesting.
All right, what are we working with?
All right,
What are we
let's see what you're
working
cooking up over here, buddy. Best of luck.
I've got some moves. Let's see if it works out. All right,
I'm a bit scared that you're going first.
Stand by main. I'm going to set 1, 2. I'm going to throw down a 3rd. And I'm just going to normal summon Thunder King Ryo pass. Seems like a good turn one to me, right?
All right, well, unfortunately, we do have the
Draw
out.
stand by main. Don't have to worry about Dust Shoot, thank God.
We actually, we actually don't have the out here.
We got a Guido.
Although I guess, okay, I'm going to say a line. You all tell me if I can do this. 1-for-1 summon Substitute, Soul Exchange, tribute my opponent's monster. Is that legal? Can I do that?
Fun card to deal with all weekend. Main
right.
1.
Yes.
Thunder King action, huh? You know what?
I mean, I ain't never
Go
gonna
ahead.
do
You're
that.
not killing me.
Yeah, all right, I'll take a card. Stand by main. All right, well, the Emissary of Darkness is imminent.
What's the send for 1-for-1? Zabor.
Really
You don't have to.
We're just never
buddy.
summoning
I'm not going
Zabor.
to. I like
We're
I
just
said,
going to
I'm
make
not
some
killing
rank
you this turn.
twos.
I'd rather not get Smokatron by Gores.
Does that bring you back some flashbacks of the weekend?
Yeah, right. What are you up to? I'm just gonna pass. Go ahead.
Okay.
Attack! Oh, I see.
Stand by main. What do you think? Yeah, this is probably as good a time as any to do this. I'm gonna try to take your Thunder King.
Yeah, you can have it. That's fine.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Normal substitute.
Oh shit.
Does he not get it?
I'm going to. Oh my goodness! What the hell? Just like frogs. I'm gonna solemn this.
Wow.
That's a great
4K
solemn.
on the substitute.
It's a great
I think it's
solemn.
worth it. I think it's worth it.
Okay.
You could deal a nice 19 with the T King. I'll take him back though.
Gotta be honest.
We're gonna give you back the guy.
Okay. I'm gonna think no. I'll try for the 19.
I'll take it.
Okay. Second main. Also, I got way more value out of that than I was expecting. I'm just gonna pass.
Way more value out of that than I was
Thank you.
expecting.
I'll draw for turn. Stand by main. I am going to normal summon. Yeah. Man, I don't want to get Gores. I really don't want to get Gores. I really do not want to get Gores, bro, because I lose the game on this. I'm just gonna set a card, and I'm gonna set another one, and I'm gonna pass. Go ahead.
Sure. I'll draw.
Playing like a bitch.
Stand by into the main.
Okay, there we go.
Well, your judgment's gone. Happy to see that. Soul Exchange. Target the set.
I have no response.
Okay. Sack it off. Whoa!
Yeah,
whoa!
a little bit of
What?
a new card there. I don't know.
What the hell are you up to? Oh my god. Okay, I'll have to figure that out later.
Yeah, let me see the
That's
trivia.
fine. I got the better Thunder card
Oh,
here. It's the board.
Yeah, that'll pop.
Take
the
out the
bio.
T.
That's fine.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, Soul Exchange is not brain control, and I'm not allowed to attack you here. So I don't know why I'm attempting to go to battle phase. Yeah, I'm chilling. Good.
I'll draw. Stand my main. I will normal summon Thunder King Ryo.
Sure.
Oh man, this is not looking good, bro. I'll just pass. Go ahead.
Okay. Draw. Stand by.
We're just
main.
gonna try and
What do
win
you got in
here,
the
right?
back row back there? You got 3 cards. All of them don't seem to be doing anything.
Maybe not right now. Maybe not right now.
Not right now. That's true. I haven't attacked you, except with your own T-King. So, I mean, Prison's still online. I feel like if you had Bottomless, you would have smacked that thing down immediately. What else you got back there? You could just have, like, something awkward, like Compulse. There's, like, a bunch of things you could have. Could just be trying to save Torrential for bigger push, potentially. All right, I'm a gambling man.
What you hitting?
Let's see what we're going to hit. Let's go after this one.
That one? It's unfortunately going to be okay.
Okay. That's fine. Not great, but it's okay. Let's go 1 for 1.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
We're going to get the
We're
boy.
gonna get
Yep.
Treeborn.
Okay, good search.
Sack it for Thestalos. Try to go after your hand.
That's the last card in my hand. Yes, line up dog.
Wind up dog.
You're starting to see some similarities, some old lists here. I'm gonna take 3.
That I am.
Do we
I am.
have-
Let's just go to battle.
Do we
Damage
have?
step. I'll lance your Thestalos.
Gonna lance me down to 16 hundo, huh? Sure. So I will take 3. My Thestalos is down.
We just win here.
We'll try with the board.
Unfortunately, that one's gonna be okay. I'll take 5.
Whoa. Okay.
Second main. Oh.
I mean, we
one
win
card.
here. It's over.
That sounds good to me.
There's
I guess
nothing
I'll.
we can do.
I guess I'll just set and pass.
Don't set a card. You have Treeborn.
Go. Your turn.
Okay. I'll draw. Let's hit.
Giant rat.
Uh-oh. That's
okay?
disastrous. Wait,
That's fine.
we might still have it.
Bring out. This card's pretty good.
Wait, we might have it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good indeed.
We have to like econ take tribute for Thestalos.
I'm gonna go second main. I do have to do something about this.
Yeah, you do,
Econ,
yeah.
Take your cat.
Sure.
Sack for Thestalos for no effect.
Okay. I will draw. Stand by me.
It's called by. It's called by. We win.
We'll call the haunted. I'm going to reborn.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, we're playing the game. Let's go, baby. I am going to rescue cat. No Gores is in sight anymore. Thank God. Unfortunately, my Uniflora tech didn't quite come through. If I just opened rescue cat and nothing else, Alex, you would be dead right now. You would be super dead.
Probably.
I think the absolute best choice. Let me just double check. I think it's really a non-option. That's the problem. Like you just Caius.
It's not like I have a lot of them. You know, it's only
Well,
the
I know
deck.
your deck building style, so you probably don't have many of them in there, right? Like, I'm gonna go. We're gonna go Airbellum dog.
Yep.
I'll use the dog effect. Bump it by 2.
God, we get to make it 8 here.
Who are you going for?
The only option I have here is Stardust Dragon. Not a bad.
Hey, that's a good one. That's
Okay,
a
I'm gonna go
damn
battle
good
phase.
one.
I'm just gonna attack your Thessalos.
Take 100.
And I will go main 2. I will set a card, and this Call the Hunt is just sticking around, right? It's not attached to anything.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
just
chilling.
chilling.
Yep.
That's my turn. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll draw. Stand by. I'll get
Yep.
the frog. And main
Ronin's
one, I will set
big
I will
because it
draw
enables us to
stand by
make
me. I
rank
will go
2s.
Battle phase. I'll clear the phase down.
one. It is Ronin.
Okay. 2. I will set 1, and I'll pass it to you.
Sure. Draw.
Kind of
Pretty
running
good.
away with
Duality.
it.
That's fantastic.
We're
Yeah, that's
super
it, yeah.
low.
Oh, okay,
See, we
those are all
got-
right. I'll take any of those, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say no
great.
Monarch, unfortunately.
You
So that
probably
works out
take
pretty well for
Mystical
you.
Space
Annoying.
Typhoon here.
I'll grab the swap.
Sure.
If you have 2, like another
Fill that
Ronin
up.
in
We're just
deck,
gonna go
that
back
makes
in. I'll
sense.
normal them.
Yep.
Try for the effect. Just get
Yep.
another froggy boy out of here. We'll declare. We'll bounce him back.
Yep.
And I'll just pass.
Okay, I'll draw. Stand by me.
Yep.
I'm gonna flip the witch.
Sure.
I'm gonna just get battle phase, and I'm gonna try to put 25 into here with Stardust.
It's fine.
I'll
get
go
him on
main
a
2.
clock.
I'll set 1 and I'll pass. Go ahead.
Okay. Stand by. I'll get my frog.
That's a great draw, but actually,
main.
unfortunately, kind of rough into this board, right? Because the Stardust always contests the mandatory Zaborg.
I'm gonna go normal swap effect.
Sure.
Let's get rid of. Let's see what we got left in here. I got a dupe. Get him out of here. I'm gonna go Ronin token effect.
Sure.
Get rid of this. No, let's overlay.
Oh,
Let's make
the
a
Gentetsu.
gachi. He's
Gachi,
here.
Gentetsu. But that doesn't work. We just negate the Zaborg.
Gachi,
We have to have something
He's
that
here. We'll wall up a bit. We'll throw it back.
That's fine. I'll draw for turn here. Stand by main.
Yep. Progression series debut. We've not had this guy before.
We have not had the Gentetsu on the field here yet. What is everything up to here? He's also gaining. So he's
Yeah,
up to,
everything's pumped by 400.
It's just a
200
stall.
per material. So my frog is 500 and he's 22.
Well, Witch put a little bit of work in there. Unfortunately, got a shifter to defense. I'll go into battle phase. We'll just clear the Gentetsu with the Stardust.
Sure. I'll detach.
Yes, he does get to live. Kind of
Oh.
cool. I'm just going to pass my turn. Go ahead.
Sure. I'll draw.
We win.
Standby. I'm gonna Econ sack Treeborn, take your Stardust.
All right, I can't let you take the Dust Dragon. I just can't. I'm going to chain MST. I'm going to target.
Gage is so good at Yu-Gi-Oh.
The Call of the Haunted. You probably.
Oh, you're gonna Stardust your own MST
Yep.
to save yourself?
Yep. I will
Okay.
activate. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I know
Cool.
response. That's a neat little trick. Okay. Still in standby. I'll bring Treeborn back.
Yep, that's fine.
Main 1, sack Treeborn for Zaborg, Pop Witch.
I can see why I needed the Stardust to stay around. Yeah, let me see if I have any targets with Witcher that would save.
Do we have a
I don't. All right,
fader?
let's go to game 2.
Okay.
Damn, that's
That was a
unfortunate.
good game 1.
That was a good game 1. That was.
He played that well, and there was just no way Alex was ever losing that game, but he tried really hard to.
Yeah, you got to see the cat back in action, but maybe not at the full power yet. I'm telling
The
you.
solemn mattered. Oh, for sure.
Alex, if I can pull off this first turn combo, little hint at what I'm
Okay.
doing, you will not win this game. I'm just promising.
That's the only reason you'd want to go first,
Yeah,
I imagine.
yeah.
So
I'm going to go first again. We're going to hope I can pull off the absolute insane combo that I have in mind. Good luck.
Best of luck. Let's see what you got.
Tell me this isn't going to come down to sub-sub.
Got a humble
Come
set.
on.
Pass.
So much for that. I knew you would like windmill
It's
slam
like
it if
a
you had
one
it.
We
card.
just
I
normal
need
the
the one card.
Sangan.
I'm
Next
not
turn
gonna
we
use
sub
that.
it and we win.
Sure, that's fine. I'll go standby main. I will just do a humble set and
Seems
pass. Go
pretty
ahead.
standard for.
Why would
your
they not
reactive deck here. I will go
re-record this
standby into main.
episode?
I will go normal summon wind up dog.
Sure.
Wind up dog effect to give it up to 1800 attack.
Yep.
Dupe frog.
It's not big enough for my 2K defense.
That thing is too fucking big. I will take 2, and I will humbly set a card in.
I mean, we lose,
Sure.
right?
Sounds good. I'll draw. Let's go main phase.
Normal
1.
Sangan.
All right. We can start doing some stuff. I mean, this seems too good not to do. I'm gonna normal Sangan.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me think here. I see where you think it would be like unbelievable, and I feel like I'm gonna put a stop to it. I'm like terrified. I'm gonna chaos trap it.
Chaos Trapple. This
Wow, that's insane.
Banish the
Okay,
Sangan 0.
alright.
Get it out of there.
Banish
Yeah,
the
0.
I'm getting it out. I'm getting it out. I'm getting it
That's your
out.
normal summon too. Okay. That feels pretty good. I'm hoping that's not
Yeah,
the turn.
that's pretty strong. Yeah, I'll pass. Like you can't kill my toad, so I'm
Draw,
chill.
stand my main. Let's see here.
Would you like to wind him up
Yeah,
again?
I'm thinking about it. I might. Yeah, I'm going to normal summon Airbellum. Here, make a 6, or I can make an 8. And Alex, all my 6s fucking sucks. I don't want to make any 6s. I'm gonna make an 8. We're gonna go wind up dog, and I'm gonna sync up for 8.
Okay, so that's cheating.
Okay.
That's actually not legal, but okay.
I can't even do that. Man, I got to double read wind up dog. What, has there ever been a card with this
Wait, this man read it?
clause? Read this with me, Alex. This effect can only be used once while this is face up on the field. What?
What was about your
It's
level
been wound.
six
What?
sucking?
When did that happen? When did that ever read that before? Oh my god, I guess I'm making a 6. No choice. Notoria Barkion against the Deck Notorious for back row, right? Let's go,
Yeah,
baby.
that works. That works.
Battle
I don't
phase.
know, eating the sub here is crazy.
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure.
I will set one card.
The Barkion.
Go ahead, your turn.
That's incredible. That's amazing. All right. I'll go draw standby main. I'm chilling. I don't really have to do anything. I'm going to go normal Swap Frog effect.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll dump Treeborn. Activate Swap Frog to bounce back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'm chilling. Go ahead.
Okay, draw. Stand by main. Okay, I am going to normal summon Giant Rat.
Sure.
I'm going to go battle phase. 14.
Yep. 14's fine.
25.
Sure about that?
I'm positive about it.
Yeah, 25's fine.
He knows.
I'll go main phase 2.
Yep.
Pass.
I'll draw. Standby, try for the
This
frog.
is such a good
Frog's
dark
fine,
hole.
All right. He's here. Main one good?
Main one's good, yep.
Okay.
I
Actually,
mean, you don't
still
even
stand-
really need to dark hole.
He's got a little something something.
No, I have something. Yeah, I'm gonna
could
econ take your Barkion.
Take the rat here.
Yeah.
You can have it.
I guess it
And
doesn't
then I'll
matter.
bring it back.
Yep.
Oh,
Now,
Barkion's way
let's
funnier.
just sack it off for Caius. Try to go for the rat.
That's like best case scenario. I'm not happy about that. I don't have any response. Yep.
Sure. I'll try for 24.
Yep, I'm gonna take it.
Cool. Second main, I'm chilling. Go ahead.
Draw. I am just going to set. And I'm gonna pass. Go ahead.
I'll draw.
Agony,
stand by
dude.
main.
Agony.
Field. What do you got? I've seen a bunch of crap out of you. I know you play recruiters. I know you play like witch. I know you play fucking wind up dog. I know you play that weird level 1 thing I saw the first game.
Beautiflora. Yep. You're picking up.
I'm picking up. Let's go Zaborg. Let's try to get if it's a recruiter.
It's not a recruiter, but that works.
Okay, that's pretty good. Tried for 48.
I am going to, on your first attack, call the Haunted, and I'm going to target Barkion.
I'll MST the Call to Haunted.
Alex, go. Oh my god, bro! There's no way I just lost the game. I can't believe it, man. That is downright depressing. Wow,
That's like the worst episode of Prog I've ever seen.
Wow.
2 consecutive games decided by a card that's been Hall of Famed.
Okay, so you didn't get to see the max power of my rescue cat deck.
I did not.
Christ.
Do you want to show me what you were cooking?
Yeah.
That deck was so good. That deck was crazy, but Substitute reads win the game. Wow, that's agony. Simo even managed to stuff BLS into the side deck. Gage, maybe the issue is your deck does nothing if you don't draw the 1 of turn 1. Just shut the fuck up. Just super wrong. Wow. Watching this, seeing the comments on Substitute being Hall of Famed and wondering if it mattered, and it immediately does the moment it enters Simo's hand. Wow. Wait, what the fuck? An I Wish I Was Dead deck relying on 1 card falling apart 99% of the time? We need to ban him from helping Gage. Last year was a community push. Now it's just I Wish I Was Dead making shittier complicated combo decks for an average player. I'm sorry? Shut the fuck up. Come on, Gage's deck is sick. This is a neat concept. It had to contest a card that has been banned. Let's pretend, for instance, that Gage had the Solemn that entire match. Do you think that maybe could have insulated the combo when we got to it? Oh my god. Substitute was Hall of Famed. Simo Achet. I propose 1 game loss, so Gage lost 2-1. No? That's not how it works. I don't get to show up with Magical Scientist and clean sweep my opponent. They go, that's a game loss, so you win 2-1. Oh my god. Why did they upload this? It's just wow.
That something in turn 1 if I said.
So guys,
Ugh. I don't know if Gage does this. I made us re-record an episode or 2. There's the Inferno Reckless Summon episode. I was like, sorry, we have to redo this. We just used this card wrong. I'm calling Gage. Is he in chat? I saw someone tag him. At Obama. Oh, he just did not answer. He hung the fuck up. Oh, he may not be interested in this one. He doesn't want to talk about it. Man, I just feel so bad for him. This deck is fucking kicks ass. And it lost to I'm forced to Solemn Judgment, the card that we banned. Oh, he's out right now. What a powerful card. Hope it's not on a certain ban list or something. Not a prog meme, but did you ever consider a bootleg episode for Broke Boy? Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Mew and Frog Monarch. Substitute, Hall of Fame, not to be used. Oh, they got this all screwed up. Hall of Fame, not to be used. Want to see me play Frognark? Want to see me do it again?
I'm saying getting a Substitute because this is still legal.
What, has there ever been a card with this clause? Read this with me, Alex. This effect can only be used once while this is face up on the field.
I was going to say Baron.
1 Mobius, 1 Ronin Toad, and a Sangan, a Substitute.
Sure. I don't get this one. Joseph Rothschild using electromagnetic frequencies to make my dick harden at the sight of Clayman porn. That's true. Couldn't come up with a joke. Have a Doug meme instead. He will never be ballin'.
So what do you think the Amazon's call sounds like? Probably something like...
Derpiest of Derps, thank you for the 3. We're doing new cards. There's some wild stuff. If we have time. Megunami, thank you for the 5. Remember that time in Season 1 where Simo made Gage re-record an episode because Simo tribute summoned Vanity's Fiend using Eater of Millions? Fun times. I guess. This will be progression series in 2011. This image is so good. I think about this image constantly. Froge. Speaking of It Never Ends, It Never Ends, It Never Ends, I can't wait for this week's meme review. I will look at the Master Duel Meta meme review page like a couple of days in advance, and if it's good, I'll be like, oh, I gotta make it. This week, I think Peeps, legitimately... Oh, Peeps is in chat. Peeps, legitimately, if you have, a heart condition, maybe take, a fucking trazodone before you watch this one. It is... It is maybe the worst meme review I have ever seen. And that's saying something. Froge. Foxy Tune. Sure. Awful. Just terrible. This is why the dog is happy. Epic rap battles of history. You drag on my hole till my vision go dark. Awful.
Hungry.
Monday prog memes versus Tuesday Master Duel memes. Or versus Tuesday meme review memes. That's true. That is actually true. I will say, I appreciate the prog memes. The meme review memers are out of their fucking mind. Stay away from da voodoo. That's what I gotta say. Thespian tragedy, lesbian tragedy. Great to see you at Nationals. Thanks for signing my mat. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And sucking dick, MBT. I do not remember signing that one. Chaos Sork, who needs them? True. Not a prog meme, but true. Yup. Someone call the guards, the warden, the police! The other thing I don't get, and this one is a little meme. I don't understand the Farfa meme reviews. Sometimes Farfa will do a meme review, and he'll be like, these are mostly funny. And I'm like, you gotta raise your standards, dog. He's like, oh, that's a good one. It's like, dude, these are bad. That's the problem. I never should have introduced Danny into the Yugi tubing sphere. He hit the fucking Twitch ecosystem like crack, right? These people were like before Danny came along, I was the only competent hater here. But now we got Danny, we got Peeps. Oh my God. Isn't that why Danny started? Because Farfa's was so bad. The one where Farfa was posting his 2016 memes, Peeps was like, I'm gonna do a meme review on these, and Farfa was like, oh, that'll be funny. Peeps didn't do that meme review because it was going to be too meme. It's gonna be too mean to Farfa. He was like, no, I can't. It's just I can't do it to someone else in the community. What would he have said? You saw the one that was just I'll see if I can find the one, but it's that unsettling guy with his butt, and it's when your opponent when your opponent the hand trap, and it's just a picture of that guy, and you can see another person's watermark on it and the Glasgow watermark on it. Do you think Peeps would have told Farfa to love himself? I think he would have said something else. Anyway, this is an all-time worst episode of Prog series. I don't know why it got uploaded. Holy fuck. It's real bad. We've uploaded some stinkers in history, but this was, wow. Wow. Any update on the Skibidi toilet saga? What do you mean? Yes. A million. Yeah. I actually, hold up. Oh, the new one's not out yet. I have opinions on Skibidi toilet. I have like really strong opinions on Skibidi toilet. It's actually crazy that people are mad about this. That's my legitimate opinion on it. Like, this is just a fun little thing for kids to care about. This is just, can Goku beat Naruto for the next generation? I just like, it's wild having people who are like, the kids are crazy. Look at this swill that Gen Alpha is consuming. It's like, this is not half as annoying as like YouTube poops or like the fucking memes that we were watching in 2007 or hell or SFM videos from 2011. Did you ever have people like try and recite part of like Putis to you? That was infinitely more annoying than this. Let me get peeps in here. All right. Do you think that the G-Man Skibidi toilet could defeat the advanced Cleaver Man?
No, nothing can. Anyway, the G-Man, it's actually pretty fascinating because the G-Man Skibidi toilet has been on the verge of being defeated multiple times now. But the red suit camera boombox guy, the only thing that has kept the Skibidi toilets, the only thing that's kept the Skibidi toilets in the war is the fact that they mind controlled the red suit.
No, that guy is
stereo guy.
That guy is washed. He literally can't beat Titan TV man, can't beat female TV woman. Like, he's super washed. The thing about G-Man Skibidi toilet though is that he powers up every time. He almost loses over and over again, but then you see him the next time and he has the counter. Like in this one, he
true.
almost died
like
to
Goku.
the TV. Now he's got the the blue light glasses on. Like,
yeah, they all had sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He adapts.
Anyway, look, here's the thing.
But what about Boxy Boo?
Look, when it comes to Skibidi toilet, I almost fell into the trap of just like, oh my god, this is just Jingle Keys shit. Like, I can't believe that. And then I stopped myself and I'm like, no, hold on a second. This is something that somebody has made in Gmod. Well, first of all, a Gmod meme being popular with the youngest
2023,
generation. Incredible. Yeah. 2023. We hit peak and we'll never get over it, right?
Yeah.
But like, this is like a meme somebody has made in Gmod, and it's almost like fascinating because somebody made a dumb little video and they were like, you know what? I'm just going to dig into this as far down as I can.
Yeah.
And they just made like lore, and a whole battle has been happening. I don't even know how the cameramen got in this thing, but they're here and they're cool. It's awesome. I don't know where the TV people came from, but they're here now.
Yeah.
And Skibidi toilet rocks. This is the coolest shit ever.
It's just a thing for kids to talk about. It's for like little kids to go on the playground and be like, do you think like the Razor toilet could defeat the Titan speaker man? And it's like they just argue about it. It's like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Like a bunch of people who were raised online laughing at like the least funny things of all time, being like, "Oh, this is like wrong. There's something wrong with this."
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like you're gonna tell me G-Man toilet versus Titan TV man is any worse than the fucking Ultimate Battle of Ultimate Destiny or whatever.
Well,
like,
hold up. Don't
up.
insult Peak here. I mean, they made 3 Fred movies, right? Like I think we can endure Skibidi toilet, right?
I forgot about the Fred movies.
Is this the Super Mario Bros. Z of its time? Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is the most fine thing ever.
Yeah.
You know, like this is not preaching. This is not the downfall of society. This is one of the things where you got to tell yourself, oh, if I hate this, I'm just being an old person.
You're just old.
You know,
and it's okay to be old, but like,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean the kids are gonna fucking die. That they're like sick or something.
Now, there is stuff that you should be concerned about as an old person of the downfall of society, like people spending money for somebody to say ice cream's so good. But
no, that one's good. That one's also good.
No, sorry. That I think something is going on with the brains of people. Now, look, I'm not saying that the people that are doing the TikTok live streams are problematic or anything.
Oh, so you don't think that ice cream is so good?
No, I think it's okay to get in front of the camera and say ice cream is so good, and have people give you money. But I think the fact that a lot of this content exists for people to just spend so much money, I think there's a bit of a problem there. Like, that can't be healthy for our minds to just want to spend that much money on that. You know, there's something. Does it ever concern you how much content exists specifically for like the lens of being horny?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes I think that asexuals are right. Like,
I don't know if I go that far.
I just like frequently it's like r/child free when people are like, everything is catered towards people with the crotch spawns, right? But like every meme kind of is just like being horny, and I'm always like, did you guys do anything else?
Yeah, I know. It's like, wow, there's just a lot of stuff that exists that is solely to be monetized for the sake of being horny. And it's like, man, is this really it? Like, this is...
You're like patient zero of this. Name one horny thing I've ever done on stream. You can't. Trick question.
That's true. That's true. He's never queer baited.
Never.
Never. Literally, he would never do that. It's actually against his morals.
Yeah.
To queer bait. So, I don't know. I've been... Like, the reason Skibbity Toilet almost made me fall into, like, oh, I hate this, this is bad, is because I saw all the other awful shit that's been being put on the internet lately. And
it's because you're old.
It's because I'm old, yeah. But I pulled myself, I'm like, nope, I'm not 30 yet. You know, I came back to life a little bit. So, yeah. Anyway, Skibbity Toilet rocks. Chat, watch all the Skibbity Toilet videos. I have watched every single one.
Me too.
It
takes you like 20 minutes. There's not a lot of them.
No, and they're perfect every time.
Yeah. I like that he redid the intro. So the intro now says, "What the hell is going on YouTube?"
What the heck is going on
YouTube?
It's good stuff.
It's
all
funny.
Right, that's what I had to say about Skibbity Toilet. Have a good stream.
Yeah. Oh, I will say real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Jillian finds, you know that Lanky Box video I kept playing for Skibbity Garden of Ban Ban? She finds the line, "The Garden of Ban Ban is now toilets. It's become the Skibbity Toilets of Ban Ban." She thinks that's the funniest thing she's ever heard. She like... We'll be like, you know, in bed fooling around, and she'll just break into giggles, and I'll be like, "What?" And she goes, "I was just thinking, the Skibbity." It's become the Skibbity Toilets of Ban Ban.
That's like, oh man, I actually fell into deep despair when you played some of those videos.
Yeah. Oh, chat. Okay, you're not going to see this because I'm not doing this because I don't want to get fucking DMCA'd by Lanky Box.
Yeah.
But like, we watched one of the Lanky Box videos, and we're like, I was just under the impression that they were like, oh, the whole time, but they literally are not saying anything. If you watch it, it's like 5 minutes, and they're like, so we are watching the Skibbity Toilets versus Ban Ban, and we've got the Skibbity Toilets and Ban Ban, and the other guy goes, yeah, this is the Skibbity Toilets versus Ban Ban, and the guy goes, yeah, it's Skibbity Toilets and they're versus Ban Ban, and Ban Ban is going to fight the Skibbity Toilets, and then we're going to watch the Skibbity Toilets versus Ban Ban, and they literally, that's not an exaggeration. They say exactly that for like 20 minutes, and that's the video.
But it's that, and also there's like popular meme sounds just randomly playing in the back.
They
like
have a track that plays under it that goes wee beyond, like do ding like over and over again, and they just loop the track that has that under. They're playing like 10 hours of silence with Among Us sound occasionally, but that's just playing the whole time. It's not synced up to anything.
Yeah, it's just there's like 7 noises that are constantly playing I know one of them is the Metal Gear Solid alert noise where
What?
you get like discovered at the exclamation point, you know, but like there's other ones too. And it's just, and so he was playing this and I was I was forced to listen to it because unfortunately I decided to stay in an Airbnb with him. Gonna revisit that thought next time, but we're just sitting on the couch and he's playing this Lanky Box video and I fall into immense depression in this moment. Like I literally was like, Joseph, I really need you to turn this off. Like he was like unbelievably like, wow, 10 million views, huh?
I mean, it's all babies
views on this.
I wonder how much they make because the CTR in those has to be dog shit because like the babies aren't going to click the ad.
You know what? Actually, if there's a piece of information that I need to not ever hear, it's that. I need to never know the answer to that question. In fact, I'm mad that you brought up that question. I need to not think about even the possibility that those videos get monetized, and I double super extra need to never know how much those videos make. In order to continue functioning, like from my day-to-day life as like a somewhat happy individual, I just can't know the answer.
Somewhat happy individual, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you.
All right, bye.
What a skibidi toilet. All right, I'm going to get some water, and then we are going to do Saga Pulls. That's right, we're fucking playing Master Duel. I mean, we're... Wait, you didn't ask him about the Farfa memes? Oh, yeah, let me get him in here real quick. Oh, I think Gage is back, too. Oh, no. Never mind. I thought him being in chat meant he was back, but maybe it means that he just popped into chat because I called him. Okay, new cards review? I mean, I don't think I can. There's just too many. I can do new cards. Let's see what we got. Oh, God, there's so many.
We got a Guido.
A Guido. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. No, I'll do this. I'll do this tomorrow. I can't do it tonight. It's too much. It's too much. Okay. I'm going to throw on a video and then I'll get water and then we'll do it.
The tallest of all the dog breeds goes to the calm, kind, and agreeable Irish Wolfhound. This is Grail, and he is 6.5 years old. Weighing in at 200 pounds, Grail has never been groomed before due to most groomers being unable to accommodate his giant size. These huge dogs got their name due to their ability to take down a wolf one-on-one. Despite their massive size, they were built along greyhound lines, giving them the capability to run at great speeds. These giants have a motto of gentle when stroked, fierce when provoked. I knew that when working with Grail that I had nothing to be concerned about in regards to his temperament. Irish Wolfhounds are known for their tender fondness towards humans, so the likelihood of him becoming reactive is
He's
slim to none.
huge. What the fuck? Put him in the happy hoodie.
Due to their laid-back nature, they make very poor guard dogs, although their size alone would probably be enough to deter an intruder.
Oh, he's so sweaty.
Because of Grail's massive size, it isn't safe for me to groom him on my table, so I'm going to work on him on the floor instead.
6 to 10 years? What the fuck?
It's pretty obvious that he's very nervous, but considering this is all new to him, that's no surprise. His nails were quite short, so they did not need to be clipped. And I also decided to skip the paw pad shave today.
I hope that Sadie lives
In order
forever.
for me to do his
She's
paws,
small, but
I would have
she has
to
some
maneuver
big
his
dog
legs into
DNA in her,
uncomfortable
so I'm hoping that
positions.
doesn't reduce her life
In combination
expectancy.
with his size, I felt that wasn't the best thing for him.
Do you not like being brushed?
After
How old
a
is
good
she? Oh,
brush
she's
with
3.
my
She's
coral
not
sticker
old yet.
brush and my metal comb, I gave him a small tidy in between his eyes using my thinning shears.
Mutts are the healthiest types of dogs. Yeah, we've never had any problems.
And then I sprayed him down in Spring Rain cologne. Grail
does
is
have
more
that
than
dog in
thrilled to
her.
be finished, and he looks amazing. Thank you all so much for
Aw.
watching. I
He's
hope
a
you
big shaggy
enjoyed
man.
the graceful Grail.
Ugh.
We got a Guido.
A Guido. Okay, let's get it going. Have you ever read the Bone comics? You know, I always wanted to, but I never did. New cards, PogChamp. New cards, PogChamp. All right, first and foremost, we have Helltaker. Just kidding, it's a new Labyrinth card. Listen, I have nothing against lesbians. But why are we getting more support? I feel like we're done. Okay, during the main phase, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. From your... What? During the main phase, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, from your hand. Oh, either special summon a Labyrinth monster or set a normal trap. It can be activated this turn. And when your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of a Labyrinth card or effect or a normal trap card or effect, and this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. This is insane. This deck is not going to live until Agov. They're going to hit it in some capacity. There's just no way that this card is allowed to be legal at the same time as the rest of the unhit deck. Speaking of cards that they're going to ban, there's no way Eradicator lives while this shit is legal. Yeah, wow. No, not for me. Next up, suck in the competition with Dark Hole Dragon. Oh! Black Hole Dragon. 3,000, 2,000. If a monster on your field is destroyed by a card or effect that did not target it, you can special summon this card from your graveyard or your hand. If this card is special summoned, add a dark hole from your deck to your hand during the end phase. Can't be destroyed by card effects. Card is ass, but very funny. Sneak past your opponent with Suck Penis, Little Knight. Left, right, 2 effect monsters. If this card is link summoned using a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link monster, you can target a card on the field or the graveyard, banish it, and your monsters can't attack directly this turn. When your opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, you can target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including at least 1 monster you control, banish both until the end phase. I am not joking when I say this is like the best card that's been revealed in years. I can't believe this card exists. Like, it's truly shocking. So first and foremost, Link summoned using a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link monster is clearly meant to be summoned off of IP Masquerena. That means when you summon it off of IP Masquerena, not only do you get to immediately banish a card, which doesn't matter because the downside doesn't matter because you're not attacking, but also you have the ability to tag out one of your monsters and an opponent's monster as well. It basically turns Masquerena into DPE plus Dystopia in the same card, explaining cards from a hero player's perspective. Imagine a DPE. Secondly, wow, the arrows are insane. This card being left and right means that if you're able to wield the effect that allows you to banish an opponent's monster and the effect that allows you to banish both a card on your side of the field and your opponent's side of the field, you can bring this back to like the center zone and just have 2 free EMZs, which means if you're playing a deck that aims to Fusion, Synchro Xyz, or Link Monster, probably Pendulum, then you'll be able to have a bazillion different locations to summon them to. It's one of those cards that it's like on turn 1, it's an incredible part of an arsenal of like a many negates style of end board, but on turn 3, it's somehow even better. I can't believe how strong this card is. Wow, I'm really... but I don't know. I'm also kind of looking forward to seeing it. I think it interacts with other cards in a very interesting way. A way that's pretty telegraphed. And if you're meant to summon it off IP Masquerena, you know, there are already counters to that card and things like Infinite Impermanence. I'm really, really excited for sure. This will be banned at some point, to be honest. We'll see. Sprite won't be hit for this card, right? We'll see. Next up. Behold the birth of the Tistina. This is the TCG exclusive Dune archetype that we're getting instead of a 4th wave of Goatee support. So boo on you, you fuckers. We do have lore for this theme. All right, where are we going?
Decide where to start talking about it. So how about we start with the Crimson Dragon?
In this world, there is a massive crystal embedded in the center of a great mountain range. An entire crystal domain extends forth from it in every direction, changing everything touched by it into the same type of crystal. The crystal rot doesn't just affect the environment either, it spreads to animals and other life forms, transforming them into a new being. Is this a natural disaster or something else? Whatever it is, the creatures it's altered continue to roam free. The rot continues to spread, and something else seems to be forming within the domain as well. At the center of it all lies something that has become known as the crystal god Tistana, and all who gaze upon its form marvel in its beauty and experience true fear. This is what? It's the Zerg, right? All I got to say about this is I don't care. This just looks like Adamancipator to me. It's a cool concept. The crystal rot is a really cool, like, tagline for this, but in practice they look exactly like Adamancipators. They even made the bird green and the lion yellow. Please differentiate the art direction. Let's see what we got. Sentinel of the Tistana. If this card is in your hand or graveyard and you control a light Tistana, special summon this card. You can target a Tistana or a face down card you control, destroy it, then add a Tistana card from your deck to your hand. Alright. Hound of the Tistana. If this card is in your hand or graveyard and you control a light Tistana monster, free special. Tistana monsters you control can attack directly while your opponent controls a face-down defense position monster. Demigod of the Tistana. If you control a Tistana, special this from your hand, then you can add a Tistana spell trap from your deck to your hand. If you control Crystal God, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense, then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. It's just DDKC. Crystal God Tistana. During your main phase, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face-down defense position. Then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can change do the effect again. Divine Domain Batistina. Okay, it has Tistina in the name. You can send a Tistina from your deck to the graveyard. Then if your opponent controls 3 or more face-up cards, you can special a Crystal God Tistina from your hand or deck. Holy shit. If this card in your field zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special a Tistina from your deck or graveyard. That's unbelievable. Stop printing cards like this. Breath of the Tistina. During your main phase, free normal. Target a face-up monster you control or face a monster on the field instead. Change the face-down defense position. Add a Tistina from your deck to your hand. Jesus Christ. Signs of the Tistina. Activate this card by targeting a face-up monster on the field. Special summon. This card is an effect monster. During your opponent's turn, when this target leaves the field, destroy this card. During your opponent's turn, when this card leaves the field, destroy the target. So, these are interesting. Kind of hard to place how powerful they're going to be. I like the direction they're taking with the effects. The effects are meant to be like okay turn 1, but like insanely good turn 2. Difficult to interact with in a way that an opponent like an opponent won't be able to really set it up very nicely. But like just feels like there are a bunch of like gaps in the archetype right now, right? Like it seems like a lot relies on the field spell, and there are kinds of removal and negation that won't destroy it and will leave you just kind of in a lurch. I feel like Breath of the Tistina is like a card that like is conditionally a Rhoda and is therefore kind of hard to evaluate. I think the unfortunate truth is while like Crystal God seems crazy and Demigod seems crazy, Hound and Sentinel seem like pretty shit payoffs. But this is an archetype that like I could just be missing the mark on. Like, it's really hard to evaluate in a vacuum, and it could be really crazy. It could desperately need a second wave of support, which is where I'm leaning right now. I just wish we'd get more shit like Cosmo, because I feel like, God, do we have any archetypes that are busted set 1 anymore that are TCG exclusives? I feel like every single time for the past 6 months, or like the past 2 years, every time one comes out, I go, oh, next wave will be crazy. What else do we have? Free agents. Zuto Mozarius. Well, you control another dinosaur monster. Your opponent's monsters can't target this card for attacks. You can target one card you control, destroy it. This card seems insane, right? This card seems like unbelievable. These two are fucking, first of all. Cosmo was not good till Docks. Wow, massively disagree with that. First wave Cosmo had this unbelievable representation at the ARG Circuit Series that, like, was exclusively pro players. That was day of release, too. It was playable from the get. It definitely wasn't the best deck from the get, but Slip Rider was a hell of a card. Forerunner was a hell of a card. Honest was a hell of a card. Representation doesn't equal good. I think it won an ARGCS. Let me pull it up. Yu-Gi-Oh! Top Decks is down. Awesome. All right, well, who knows then? Finis Teray, Tower of the Necro World. If you control level 10 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon this card once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target a face-up card on the field that can't be destroyed by card effects this turn. What? Is 10 Axis missing extenders? This is just like a Derek Crane that can't be played in the one deck where Derek Crane's good. Quibelt the Blade Dragon. Tuner, non-tuner monsters. If this card is synchro summoned, target a card on the field, destroy it. Already pretty good. If this card on the field is destroyed, you can target a face-up monster on the field. That monster can't attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Oh shit, that's the whole card, huh? Alright, this card is not good. Storage Pod. Materials, Trifortricetops or Stegocyber, plus 1 machine or dinosaur. Jesus Christ. Can't be destroyed by battle while a monster special summoned from the graveyard is on the field. If a monster is special summoned from the hand while this monster is on the field, target a card you control and a card your opponent controls to destroy them. What the fuck? Okay. Synchro Forceback. Target monsters on the field up to the number of synchro monsters with different names you control. Return them to the hand. This card's really cool. It's going to go Brazy in rotation. It's like Steeds, but, you know, we're way past Steeds effects being good. I think that's all I'm going to do. There's more, but like, okay, we'll do the TG, we'll do the armored, and that's it. TG. Tech Genus Rocket Salamander. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. Tribute a TG monster, special TG monster with a different original name from your deck. Holy fuck! If you control a machine TG monster, target a level 4 or lower TG monster in your graveyard, special in defense position, but its effects are negated. This is incredible. TG Mighty Striker. If this card is synchro summoned, you can add a TG spell trap from your deck to your hand once during your... Oh my god, I don't even know what those are. Like EM1. Once per opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves. Synchro summon using monsters you control as material, including this card. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, send a TG card from your deck to the graveyard. I could see this being good. TG Over Dragner. It's a 5. If it's synchroed, special summon any number of TG monsters from your... Holy fucking shit. It's Soul Charge. Wow. Yeah, this one's a problem. Wow. I mean, this... Wow. So if you're unfamiliar, TG has a Link monster that's just out of this world. And this just makes it. This just says, any TG combo that gets you to this 5-star synchro gets you the material to make the Link monster and do the whole thing. That's crazy. Tech Genus Glaive Blaster. You can target a monster special summon from the extra deck, banish it. You can use this effect a number of times per turn up to the number of non-tuner synchro monsters used as synchro material. Blech. Once per turn, if a monster becomes banished face up, target one of them. Oh, okay. That's an interesting card. TG Break Limiter. Discard a card, add 2 TG monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. Holy fuck. You could banish this card from your graveyard, target a TG monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, or add it to your hand if you control a machine TG. Holy fuck. That's just going to be crazy to Ash, but this card is unbelievable. TG All Clear. TG monsters on the field become machine monsters. What? During your main phase, you can normal summon a TG monster in addition to your normal summoner set. During your main phase, you can destroy a TG monster in your hand or field. Add a TG monster with a different name from your deck or graveyard to your hand. This is probably playable. It's like a bad Rhoda. And TG Close. When your opponent activates a spell trap card or monster effect, you control a machine TG monster, negate and destroy. That's probably good as a one-of that you can search off the search spell trap guy. If a synchro monster becomes banished while this card is in your graveyard, set this card but banish it when it leaves the field. We will be experimenting with these. These are very good cards. But at the end of the day, you're still playing TG. Shark Stuff. Xyz Armor Torpedo, 2 level 3s. Can't attack unless it has material. You can detach 2 materials from this card, draw a card. While equipped with a monster, apply these effects. If the equipped monster battles until the end of the damage step, your opponent can't activate cards or effects. And if the equipped monster is an Xyz monster, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Do not care. Draw a card on this card. You got it. That's going to come up. Xyz Armor of Fortress. Wait, hold up. This doesn't stop you from anything, so this guy replaces Fortune Tune as the Zeus pilot for 3s, right? Because you go 2 into this guy, and if you need a 2 activation Zeus, you just attack, you make Downard, and then you make Zeus. But if you want a 1 activation Zeus, you just go draw a card, Downard, Zeus. That's pretty crazy. Xyz Armor Fortress. 2 level 5s. Once per turn, you can Xyz summon Armor Fortress using a rank 3 or 5 monster you control. What? This card can't be used as material for an Xyz summon. The No Zeus Clause. Once per turn, you can detach up to 2 materials from this card. Add the same number of armored Xyz cards with different names from your deck to your hand. Cool. Very cool. Any battle damage your opponent takes from battles involving a monster equipped with this card is doubled. Full Armor Dark Lancer. You can summon it by using a rank 5 or 6 monster you control as material, 300 for each material attached to it. Once per turn, target an Xyz in your graveyard, add it to your hand. If a monster you control becomes equipped with an equip card, target a monster your opponent controls and attach it to it as this is material. That's cool. Entrust, add an armored Xyz from your deck or graveyard to your hand, then make the levels of up to 2 face-up monsters you control 3 or 5. And if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish it, target an Xyz monster treated as an equip card, special summon it, and full armor Xyz. If this Xyz monster is on the field, immediately after this resolves, Xyz summon, and you can banish this from your graveyard to target an Xyz monster you control. Equip one other Xyz monster from your face-up field or graveyard to it as an equip spell. With these effects, it gains attack, and if it would be destroyed, you can destroy this card instead. This is interesting. These are interesting cards. I guess this is like good for Shark, but I just feel like it's still not enough. All right. Let's do this.
We got a Guido.
A Guido. Wait, is there not an animation for Lady Lab? Fuck off. Ooh, his penis comes out at you. Wow. Ooh, her penis comes out at you. This guy's name is not a Shartu. Oh, it's not. Okay. Oh, cool. For some reason, I get a pull of this. Man, that really made me want to purchase this pack. I'll tell you that. I would kind of prefer not to own that, but I have to buy everything. Oh! That's cute. Oh, that's cool. How playable is Dark World without Silva? Probably the same amount of playable, which is not at all. I can't believe how far back we are, man. I know I made that video, but like, it is really embarrassing that we are this far back. Legitimately, like, just ridiculous.
We got a Guido.
A Guido. I think you gotta stop seeing Master Duel as an equivalent and just start seeing it as its own thing. Well, sure, I mean, that's fine, but then I'm uninterested in it. Yeah, it's like its own thing that uses all these cards that you're already sick of. Oh, awesome. Clearly the shareholders don't. Alright, let's make this happen, Captain. Oh, I gotta turn off the music in the background. Here we go. Folks! It's been a while. For me. For you, I think it's been exactly a week. But we are once again jumping into the fray. Unfortunately, I believe we lost the last episode of Master Roulette. I played it during the subathon, so everything is kind of a blur. Oh, good start. Here's what's going down right now. Doug's deck is really good and specifically built to beat ours, which usually ends on one very important monster. We've been trying for the last couple of episodes to come up with a monster combo deck that will be sufficient to beat Doug. But we keep opening packs that either contain good stuff that we don't pull or bad packs. And sometimes we open bullshit like Rampaging Smash Tank Rhino Saber. All right, fingers crossed. Lab pack. Lab pack. Lab pack. Lab pack. Another Tiamaton. That's funny. That's not a bad pack, actually. That is not a bad pack. That's Alistair. Oh, that's exactly what we need. Another monster that requires our normal. Oh, that might be the play.
We got a Guido. A Guido.
Oh my god, okay. Big one here, big one here, big one here, big money, big money, big money. Ooh, I like that Airbellum. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money! We'll have to check out that pack. Why is everybody saying wood? I didn't even ask you. Sidra. The Dark Lord pack, maybe? We have so much trouble bricking. Why don't we open Dark Lords? God forgive me if we start playing Necros. This has been interesting. I mean, we have a pretty good holo luck, but the holos aren't opening very powerful packs. That doesn't open anything. We've opened like 4 different holos that don't open a pack. What's going on here? Awful. All right, can we end on a holo, etc., etc.? I really don't want to have to pick between these 4 packs because none of them are very good. But I'm going to. I'm going to have to. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Curse of the Serpent. Too slow. This is far too slow. This is like just not remotely competitive. Champions of Hope. Ah, man. I mean, these 2 are insanely good. If the Onomat guys were in here, this would be a snap pick, but they're not. This one is so bad. This is like... This is atrocious. This is like... Oh boy. See, as much as I want to go into this pack, you understand it has the same problem as the other ones, right? We're going to end on Madame Vare Pass, and ending on Madame Vare Pass loses us the game against a Kaiju deck, right? I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to go 5 into the Utopia pack, see if we can't pull, like, any of the powerful rank 4s, and open a better pack than this one. So off the bat, no, although that is a fun rank 4. Come on. Oh. Whoa. Fuck, we don't have this guy, do we?
We got a Guido. A Guido!
We can craft it, we lost. What did we open? What secret pack did we just open? What lifeline do you have? Commons. You won the last one? No, I didn't. Chat is saying you won. Chat's a week behind. Oh, that's damn impressive. At this point, any of the URs is just phenomenal. I guess with the exception of lightning, because we already have lightning. Nothing new. Oh, this is hard. This is a really hard one. I think there's no reason not to. I think we're going to go into the Utopia pack just because none of the other packs look interesting at all. That's a lot of yellow. I'm not seeing any ultras. Let's just hope. I have faith that one of them will come out. I know that it's not Pride. I have faith regardless. Oh, good. Outside the pack, that's exactly what we wanted. To a degree, that's true. We want 3 copies of Ascended Sage and 3 copies of Armed Sage. That's the most important thing out of here. Rainout. I think that's like the second Rainout we have. Maybe we should have opened one more, huh? All right. Come on. Oh. Come on. That's, well, that's huge. All right, chat. Hope with me. 39. Hope. Hope. Hope! It's the wrong one. Did not need this one. ZS is good. Always good to get a copy of ZS here. Come on. Wish you had shown up earlier. We're 6 deep. Oh man, this is bleak. I don't need that guy. Oh, Armed and Ascended is good though. Armed and Ascended is really good. And again, any UR would just be crazy. Any UR is like an instant win. And I mean, we're opening 10. Like, we're supposed to get a UR in 10. Whoa. That's crazy. That's pretty weak. That is insanely weak. It's like the worst possible SR we could have gotten. 2 remain. Nothing. All right, I mean, can we please get AUR this opening? I'm begging you. Does not look like it. Okay. I don't ask for much. The only thing I need here, Dragonar or Utopia. I'm begging you, please. Shining. Draw! Man, that's rough. That is really rough. That's as bad as it could have gone and worse. If you asked me to pick the SRs from here I didn't want to open, they would be these. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. We don't even get the free 10 because we opened Lord. Could have been this pack. Could have been this pack. Man. Okay, so we get an SR craft, which unfortunately does nothing, right? Use our Leah ticket. True. We can get hyper rank up Magic Utopia Force to make the card we can't make. Oh man. I really don't want to fucking craft any of these. Where we can rank up into Ray V. Ugh. But it doesn't do anything because we don't have a Utopia as material. We'll decide on the craft tomorrow. That was agony. That was legitimately agony. Can we craft an R instead? We can. We theoretically can. We do have Utopia the Lightning, chat. We did pull a Lightning. Yu-Gi-Oh's newest set, Duelist Nexus, or Dune, comes out in just a few weeks. And the jank must flow. Box breaks were this weekend. Here's what's inside it. Yu-Gi-Oh's first new typing in a long time, the Illusions debut in the set. These monsters can't destroy other monsters by battle, but they make up for it with some absolutely wacky effects. Altergeist and Unchained are getting several new cards in what I can only assume is the first of Konami's Yugi-Tuber line of legacy support. How much did you have to pay them off, Doug and Kevin? New dinosaurs are sure to make the Rex Raptor roleplayers at locals happy. Evelzar Lars slots nicely into the recently released Transcendosaurus archetype. In terms of immediate metagame impact, Rescue Ace is receiving 2 new pieces of support that are good enough the deck's currently a top 3 strategy overseas. The Monodium cards in this set and Pearly's Ep-Hurley form of Sleepy Memory are frightening pieces of power for 2 decks that are just on the cusp of Tier 1. I expect this will be more than enough to push them over the edge. Finally, King of the Franks and Emperor of the Romans, Charlemagne is here to unite the entirety of Europe into hating that Infernoble is playable again. At least it can't hand loop this time. If you haven't heard, done. Looks good. All right, where hold up. Those pulls were not good. Those pulls were not good. Double does go into a 5k lightning. Lightning's already a 5k lightning. Can't do shit without base Utopia. Let's open what we've got. Our 4s are fucking bleak, dog. Oh, they're really bad. They're really not good. Do we have any of the, like, Utopia, do-do-do-go-go-go, do-do-do poo-poo-poos? Doesn't matter. There's nothing to go into. I don't know what I'm, like, excited about. Even if we have 4 extenders, we're going to use them to what? Do nothing? Yeah, wow, yeah. I don't know what the plan is. I legitimately could not tell you. I think we're fucked. Do you have any generic Xyz? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Unironically, trap tricks with Lord. Yeah. Call I Wish I Was Dead. I don't think even I Wish I Was Dead can make this work. Oh, we have Magician of Hope. God, I wish his name was Utopia. This is the last week for Slumber. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oof. Just don't go first. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I have no idea what we're going to do. Hieratic Bestial Galaxy Eyes. If you think you can make that work with this pool, do it. We have a million archetypes that are almost there. But we... Ugh. Ooh. Craft some more... Can we do blind second Tenyi? Unfortunately, no. What you're looking at is every Tenyi we pulled. Rank 4 turbo. We don't have any good rank 4s to make. Use a lifeline. There's one lifeline remaining. The one lifeline that remains is craft 2 commons from a set you opened. The only one of our decks that can keep up with Salad is Marincess. Could we pivot back to Counter Fairy? No, our Counter Fairy pulls were not good enough.
We got a Guido. A Guido!
Yeah, we can't craft Utopia. I'd love to, but we didn't win that episode, so we can only craft an SR. Ooh, what if we cheat? Hold up, I didn't think about that. So, let's think about it this way. Last episode... we crafted what? Does anyone remember? Was it Multi-Faker or was it Leela? It was you didn't craft yet? Are you sure? I feel like I did. Was it Multi-Faker? I don't see a Multi-Faker. I mean, okay, so we didn't craft a UR last time. I feel like maybe no, that's not fair. That's literally cheating. Danglong is interesting. I wish we had a way to get to Danglong. I guess we have like unknown synchron. What if we play like the 4s plus like a Hara? And then we use that to make Danglong, so we have like a Danglong setup. Yeah, Madruxak. That's where my head is. I mean, if we just go like Danglong setup into Boxia without using the normal. It's not bad. What Yangzings do you have? Not a lot of them. We have a Chiwen, though, which is important. I think we have one Chiwen. We have a bunch of Tatui because God hates me. That might be it. Blah. Didn't Doug cheat last episode, or was that the one before? Wait, Doug cheated?
We got a Guido.
Wait, what the fuck? When did Doug cheat? Yeah, I don't think he cheats in Saga. He had an extra spinny? What? That was roulette, yeah. He did one extra pack pull? What? No, he got rid of it, yeah. Okay, well then, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know what we can do. I can put out the call to I wish I was dead, but like I don't know what he would accomplish here. This is brutal. This is really brutal stuff. There's like some interesting shit we have in here. But like I don't think any of it matters. I like Tenyi Marincess. I think that's probably the play. Like, we just play... We cut these for sure. And these are all pretty good. I mean, we can cut these. That. These are all pretty good to play anyway. Then we just load it up with, I don't know. Ugh. Bad stuff. Play Preda with Tenyi for Dio Belantis. Whoa! Who said that? Preda with Tenyi for Dio Belantis? But what do we send with Dio Belantis? Like, what's the reason to do that? You're kind of sleeping on Preda? For sure. No, I know Preda is like an insanely powerful thing we just haven't tapped into. Yeah. We'll come back. We'll come back. For now, we're just fucked. So we have about 15 minutes left before I do Ace Attorney. I'm gonna try and craft a Lady Lab list. Or perhaps. Do I want to do generator? All right, new cards, PogChamp, new cards, PogChamp. I'm not really married to anything in this pack. You know, I'd love to own Labyrinth. I think it's a really interesting strategy. I like Generator. You know me, I like Generator. I'm a big Dark World boy, but I could take or leave the new stuff. Let's just see what we get, and, you know, we'll make a decision from there. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm already over this. 2 McCrackers and Big Welcome and Lady. Well, that's making me feel like I should be building Labyrinth. What would a Labyrinth deck look like? Let's figure it out. Who am I killing, by the way? Who must die? You. No. I'm never playing Tengu Plant again as long as I live. Trying to net deck over here. Come on. Oh, good. We have Ryan Yu's Labyrinth deck. This is too teched. Brian Chen's Labyrinth deck. That's the right amount of teched. Not at all. Okay. Let's see. 1. Cuck Clock. Of course, we have 3 of the one we don't need. 2 Welcome Lab. Boy, I don't believe in that at all. 3 Big Welcome. Give me another Welcome Lab here. Let's see. Terrors. Why is Terrors an Ultra? Are you fucking with me? Do we not have Karma Cannon? That's okay, we don't need it. Skill Drain's at 1. What the fuck? Gozen's at 1. What's Rivalry at? 1! Oh my god. Probably play Prosperity in this. This looks pretty good. Compulse would be good. I really don't want to play Compulse. Called By? What the fuck do I give a fuck about Called By? You like Gamma? I like Gamma too. We'll cut the Prosby. We don't want to brick on Prosby Extrav. Oh, we're also missing an Ariana. Damn, this is looking real nice, I'm not gonna lie. Judgment for the red reboot. They simply won't have it. Hey, what are we playing in the extra deck? Chaos Angel. What the fuck? No Chaos Angel. Meaningless Trip. Thank you for the sub. What do we play? Like, you play Muckraker here?
We got a Guido.
Because you're meant to, bring back the Chaos Angel, right? I guess I'll still play it. Bussy Phallus. I don't know. Anything else jumping out at you? Ass Dragon? Ooh. Yeah, that's a great idea, actually. Where the fuck is he? Cut this guy. I don't want him. This looks good. Looking real good. All right, we gotta remove 3 cards though, or 2 cards though. We could remove the gates. I feel like the floodgates are like the reason to play the deck though. Goes in is awful. I'll keep Skill Drain. I think this one's nice. All right, let's go buy some more packs, am I right? The Trap in the Wicked Castle. All right. Whale, 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 whale. Buy the selection? Why is that? You're right, actually. We are supposed to buy the selection. Fuck. I messed up. What's the... Oh, whoops.
We got a Guido. A Guido.
Melee Cooler W, thank you for the subscription. Watch Fiddler on the Roof on Sunday. Amazing movie. Thank you for liking my terrible tweet I sent while watching. Hey, I appreciated it. I got it immediately. They gave each other a pledge. Unheard of! Absurd. All right. Selection doesn't have regular welcome lab. See, that's what I'm thinking, right? Fiddler is the only musical I like. What the fuck? How could that possibly be true? It's the only one you like? I gotta go back to the other one. This is not... It's not working. Give me back to the other one. Where's the other one? You should try some other ones too. There's some other good musicals. Jesus. Oh my God, come on. Oh! I have like 9 muckrakers now. This time for sure. This time I got nothing. It's my 15th muckraker. This one's guaranteed. I'm going to jump off a fucking cliff. I'm going to jump off a fucking cliff. That's unbelievable. I just don't know what to do. All right, we probably got some URs we don't need. How much UR dust do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 URs. That's 270 dust. So we need to disenchant 27 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, one of those is... Oh, God. Wow. 9, 10. Disenchanting. I'm disenchanting stuff from... 13, 12. How many did I say? 27? I feel safe disenchanting a lot of these. Never should have made those. Waste of dust. Sorry, Pebble Dog.
We got a Guido.
Okay. We are losing Ruin Force. I have never played it. Why do I have 3 DP? Oh, 2 DP. Okay, that actually does make sense. All right. You have 2 Rhoda. That's for an alt format. Okay, what... What should we keep? We can keep 7 cards here. The trap trick stuff. Oh God! Oh, we can't cut Pingu. How did Pingu get in there? Do we have 2 of it or something? I don't want to keep... Adipus is terrible. Adipus is really bad. We have a cowboy already, chat. Keep Qiaofang? We have 2 Qiaofang. We only pulled 1 Qiaofang in Master Saga. We have an extra Qiaofang. Don't worry. Cut Mantis? Mantis isn't in here. Unless you mean this guy. We'll keep Zerziel. This is not enough. We need 1 more. You have a foil Ruin Force? Ooh, do I? Not for long. That was a difference maker. Give me a royal. They didn't. But I do have it now. Okay, I mean, that's good. So we'll run that tomorrow before we play Doug. Amazing pack. Let's run 1 game now, just to see how it plays. We'll do Spiral Spear Strike. What do we want for the Protector? How about Ally of Justice Cataster? No, let's do something stupid. Labyrinth has a Protector. Use Chaos Max? No. I use this guy. I never use that guy. What looks the most like a Labyrinth? I think the Star Hall. Field parts. Ooh, the Medolce ones, please. Where's the Medolce parts? Yeah. 3 main cards. It's got to be Lady Lab, Big Welcome, and Welcome. And then let's change our little thing. For our icon, we'll use...
We got a Guido.
A Guido. I don't know. I kind of like these ones. Let's change the frame, though. All right. Let's make it happen. Finally, a real deck. Let's bully children. We're in gold. They're not all children. Oh man, this deck is so good. Did they make me go first? That's annoying. Uh-oh. I really need this to resolve. Oh, they're really thinking about this. They are opening the stream. Yeah. Hi. Mm-hmm. This is good. This is good. We can play some Ban in the background. Does this translate to paper play? I don't understand why we're having such a hard time converting. Looks good to me. This Ash about to go crazy. Tell me about it. Ooh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Samson is the best, sir. How have they not DQ'd yet? Because they are clicking things. They are waiting for me to get bored and leave. Four? Ooh. Yeah. Okay, this is an interesting beginning. Okay, what do we still need? Ugh. We need the time ones. Let's go for the time ones. Prop is like a pretty good time. I just hate the time ones. I love playing slow. I love min-maxing. I wish they never ever put boss rush in this game. That's great. It's a great get. Looking for more hearts so we can scam that the swaggy room. Sacky room. You know me. It's my #1 weakness. Sacking. Big fan of sacks. Goldman variety. Man, Prop really simplifies these early boss fights. Oh, fuck off. We should go find the... No boss rush means no rock bottom, though. You tell me about it. How are we still in this game? Oh! My god, well. Now I guess we're not going there. Oh, yes we are. Come here. Kind of a frustrating floor 1 room, huh? Ooh, that's nice, actually. Oh, that's really nice, actually. We can make this work. Always good to have keys early. Chest? Hearts? Alright, good game.